another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All. And boys, we have Panther football to talk about. Let's go. I am your host, Cody Lashin, back again with the show that is for Panther fans by Panther fans. If you would like to be a part of the action that we are going to have here today, feel free to join the show. Click the link that I have pinned to the top of the YouTube chat, the top of the Facebook chat, and join via Streamyard. Be a part of this incredible discussion that we are going to have here today. And as always, we appreciate you for spending your Friday evenings with the C3 Panthers podcast. Boys, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's roll. First up, you know him, you love him. We have to talk about training camp. With him in our midst is Panther Pickle. Pickle, what's up, buddy?
What's up, folks? My computers or something making me go in and out. That's probably good for some people. You know what? Training camp is what it is. And you either come ready to fight like hell for a job, or you get to go home. Kind of like in Mario Barno. He got to go home. Right? Just fact.
You know? Going somewhere.
Well, I just read it. Just anyway. So
he ain't got to go home, but he has to get the hell out of here, Pickle.
That's a fact. You know what? It is what it is. You either keep pounding or shut the hell up.
That's it, baby. Next up, we got the man himself, the brand ambassador, Diesel Skills, ready to have a free-for-all. What's up, brother?
You know that's right, Cody. 2025, my Carolina Panthers team still undefeated. Let's go, Cody. Ba, 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 ba. I'm going to keep up. The defense is looking good. We got young guys showing out on that side of the ball. We got wide receivers everywhere making catches, looking good, making plays. These guys are looking amazing so far. Just a couple days in the training camp. They got together today. It confused me. I thought they were going to practice today. They're taking today off, apparently. Today was like kind of a walkthrough. I couldn't really piece that together from what I was able to look at online. It looked like today was just a simple meeting and walkthrough, no real practice. But they were all together, so wasn't it still kind of a practice? I don't know if it technically was or wasn't, but either way, they'll be practicing tomorrow, the official third day of training camp. But already a lot of fireworks for Carolina Panthers fans. No reason not to be excited. One of the things I wanted to talk about that y'all never let me talk about was this center position, Cade Mays versus Austin Corbett. And I understand where a lot of Panthers fans are coming from, saying they want to see Austin Corbett win that job. And even Robert Hunt said something about that. Shout out to Mr. Brooks. So that's fine. I understand that. But let me tell you my line of thinking. If you can get a guy like Cade Mays, who's considerably younger, to take over that center position, and lock that down, then extend him long-term and make him our long-term starter, then we don't have to use our draft assets to bring in a center and train him up. And we also don't have to go into free agency and hope that we can get a good Pro Bowl almost caliber center in here as well. And the other thing is tackle. I didn't like that they didn't sign Brady Christensen to multiple years because I felt like it was an insurance policy for Taylor Moton. Should his knees give out or him just not make it through the season or them just not want to re-sign him, we'd have Brady Christensen in the pocket moving forward for this offensive line. Because once again, if we have to use assets to bring in a right tackle, it'll probably be a first-round pick. They're not going to wait until the third round to bring in our starting tackle. I wouldn't think, not from the way Dan Morgan's put this line together. So I just wanted to secure up some assets and make sure that we weren't going to have to spend draft capital later on the offensive line when it clearly needs to go to the defense. Hey, Cody, you know what time it is. I'm ready to roll.
Let's roll. We got my brother Jake the Snake back in here for the free-for-all. Jake, what's up, bro?
Hey, man, I just got done enjoying a wonderful dinner. I'm ready to talk football with you boys. And, hey, you know what? We might not have access to the training camp, but it's not going to stop me from being the best damn Panther fan I can be, nor is it going to stop anyone else that's in here.
Hell
it's
yeah.
Always keep counting from me, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it. Next up, we got my man, my brother. He is a source of optimism for everyone in the C3 Legion and therefore in Panther Nation. My man, D Money, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's going on, my C3 family? Look, we back at it again. We got the foundations dropping. We hanging a couple of walls, putting in a couple of nice windows and amenities, making this Panther foundation, this Panther mansion, just as beautiful as it possibly can be. And the one thing that I've loved is the coach is talking about that we're moving fast, that the guys are coming off the ball fast. They're learning fast. They're communicating, and they're ready. I'm ready for these boys to throw some pads on so we can get some clicking and clacking going on, get some paint off these helmets. We got young boys attacking the quarterback. I'm not mad at them. Show me that fire. Hey, just don't take them out completely. And you know, if you ain't with us now, you ain't welcome to the parade.
Hell yeah.
Pounded. Yes, sir. Next up, we got the boy when he's not murking people in Call of Duty. He's coming up in here with the C3 Legion with some funky ass faces and some sexy ass voices. It's the homeboy Wes Justin. Wes, what up, bro?
What's up, baby?
What's
How y'all
up,
doing
baby?
tonight?
I'm so goofy ass. Bro, I can't even look at you, bro. That shit got me wilding, bro. Oh man, but listen, we are going.
Zoom in on that, Cody.
We are
No,
going.
don't zoom in on it. The
Yeah,
one ugly enough.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt
Oh,
people's eyes too much, bro. But listen, man, we appreciate y'all for joining us every Friday evening. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell for every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. Boys, we always talk so much about the offense. Today, boys, we're on the defense, baby, because we got a lot to talk about. First up, we didn't get to talk about the one Joseph Jewell, no longer a part of the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers decided to release him based off of multiple concussions, and he's had the concussion symptoms since last year when we played the Arizona Cardinals. And then on top of that, just a little while ago, Amari Barno has been cut. Dude, we have so many things to talk about on defense. Damani Richardson really showing out, already grabbing some interceptions. Prince the Human Millen coming out here balling, looking aggressive. Boys, let's start with some of the shakeups and some of the cuts that have just recently happened. Joseph Jewell and Amari Barno. What do we make of this? Is it too early to do it? And how are you feeling about the edge depth and, more importantly, the depth at linebacker? Boys,
Hell
it's the
no,
free
I
for
ain't
all,
upset
damn
about
it.
it.
Jump
Let me
in.
tell you, hell no. I tell you what. You know what? Like I said, you either in it or you ain't. Mario Barno, you might be a nice special teamer. We don't need no fucking special teamers right now. We need playmakers. And what we do, we go out and sign an undrafted rookie free agent, J.J. Weaver from Kentucky. We got another linebacker from Kentucky, don't we? What's his name?
Trevin
Trevor
Wallace.
Wallace.
Trevin
Now,
Wallace.
I might be an ACC guy, but I'm here to tell you that Kentucky team suck. You best hope we got the best of the suck.
All right.
Keep
I love
pounding.
D-Buddy, bro.
Jake, what did you make of the shakeup at linebacker? A bunch of people are kind of worried that maybe now our linebacker depth is not as good as it needs to be. You know, we have Trevin Wallace out there, and, you know, there's a lot of fandom that's really excited about what he's going to be able to do. Rose Boom. But what do we make about this, man? What are we thinking?
I think we was already thin at the linebacker position, to be honest with you, before Josie Jewell got cut. But I think a lot of the reasons with these two cuts with Barno and Josie Jewell was injuries, right? I mean, you got Josie Jewell still like recovering from the 7 month, 8 months now from the concussion. And
Yeah.
Barno, who I just learned had a cleanup job in the spring of this year. So I'm guessing that it was kind of complications with that. I'm not 100% on that, but I think a lot of the reasons why them two got released was because of injuries. And like I said, we was already thin at that position, but I got all the confidence in the world for Trevin Wallace and Rose Boom. I really do. It's the people behind them that I'm concerned for. Like, I don't mind them two rolling out there as a starters. I just worry if one of them get like even a sprain and they're only out for 1 or 2 games. I don't think we have the guys behind them right now that I would be like, okay, I don't mind this guy coming in here for 1 or 2 games.
Yeah. D-Money, let me toss it up to you. Did you think that we're going to make any extra signings at that linebacker position to try to fill up some of that depth, or do you think that they're just going to roll with what they have right now?
Well, I think as we looking like presently at this present moment,
Sure.
yeah, they're going to be rolling with the guys that we have just to see what kind of dog, how they've developed from this year to last year, if they were here last year. But I'm pretty sure with the Jewel situation, yeah, it caught the fan base off guard. But like Dan and Dave had said, they had been in contact with him and his agent quite a bit, and it was a very straightforward type of situation. So I kind of feel like in the back of their mind, they have some prospects that they're looking at, might be on another team, and they're probably going to churn the waiver wire a little bit and try to see where they can, make it happen. My expectations with the linebacker room was solely really based on how strong our front three was going to be really at the end of the day, because we was already kind of limited on the talent end and certain other measurables. The Jewel one, I can't lie and say that it doesn't move me, because, I mean, he was in the system last year. Towards the end of the year, he started having some flashes that he could produce for us. So, yeah, that was kind of a gut punch. But let's be honest with each other. If you're dealing with a 7-month concussion,
Yeah.
football is the last thing that you need to be thinking about.
Yeah.
As far as Barno, I don't see how the brother gets through airport security. He done had so many pieces taken out and replaced with other stuff and stuff cleaned out. I'm pretty sure there's a good amount of metal floating through that body. And I mean, it just goes to the most common phrase that they've said in all different lines of businesses and sports. The best ability is availability. And unfortunately, since Barno has came to Carolina, the availability has been very lacking. I'm actually surprised, but not surprised that he's gone now. Deep down, I kind of thought he was going to be gone by the middle of the year last year.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I feel like we will try to find some replacements and talent to put in, but I'm not looking for anything blockbuster because, if a guy's on a roster right now and he's really performing, that team is trying to do what we're doing. So they're not just going to just hand us a linebacker on the free or whatever.
True.
So that's why it's very important that those edges develop in the manner that they need to. Those big boys that we've acquired in free agent, I mean, it might not sound fair, but they're going to have to right the ship for a little bit till we can find out who can play the game of football in the linebacker position.
Sounds reasonable to me, man. And, we're also going to extend the conversation to Amari Barno and those outside linebackers as well, because, we felt like for the first time in a long time, we do have a good depth at that position, especially since we just drafted 2 really talented young players. Let me go to my man Diesel Skills. Deez, what do you make of Joseph Jewell being released by the Panthers? Are you worried about this inside linebacker core? And does the release of Amari Barno do anything to you? Were your feelings hurt by us releasing the former fastest linebacker ever at the combine? How you feeling, man?
I think the writing was on the wall when we went defensive end 2nd round, defensive end 3rd round for Barno.
Sure.
I think he was in trouble at that point. I kind of felt that way. I kind of feel the same way about DJ Johnson. If you really like the guys that you brought in free agency and you really like the guys that you drafted, there might not be a whole lot of room left for those other guys to develop, especially when we haven't seen a whole lot yet. I mean, I'm not saying that DJ Johnson's not going to make the roster. I'm just saying that those 2 guys were in a position where they had to fight to make the roster. They had to have a good camp to make the roster anyway. So it's up to them. What happens, they'll have to get out there and compete against the rest of this room. This room is a lot more stacked than it was last year, and I think all Panthers fans can be happy about that. As far as Josie Jewell, when I first got the news, I freaked out like everybody else. I was like, oh, no. Oh, we were already thin at linebacker, and it wasn't that good of a room, and now we're just screwed. But to be honest, after I sat and thought about it for some time, Cody, it didn't move me that much anymore. I started thinking about where Josie Jewell came from. It's not like he was coming off a Pro Bowl year coming to the Carolina Panthers. And it's not like he lit the NFC South on fire last season by any means. Now, he did have a game with 2 turnovers, and he did recover that fumble in Germany to help seal that game for the Panthers. He did make some plays, but it wasn't like the guy was a perennial all-pro that we lost, before the season started. That's just not the case. Roseboom has good tape too. Roseboom had a lot of tackles last year too. So there's no reason to not believe in Roseboom. I mean, he's a professional. The guy's been in the league for a while. He's a guy that can grow and learn. We know that. He's a UDFA guy. He's a guy that keeps fighting, keeps scratching, keeps pounding. Those are the guys we want on this roster. Those are the guys that we want in the locker room, Cody. I don't think it's that bad. As far as do we pick somebody up? Yes, we definitely do. If you paid attention to this regime last year, they churned that roster more than any other regime I've seen. They really keep the bottom. The bottom is totally fluid here. The practice squad's changing in and out. The guys on the active 53 changes out each and every week. So, yeah, we're going to bring in some more linebackers. But like y'all talked about on the Tuesday show, I like the BAM. Is it Martin Scott or is it Scott Martin?
I believe it's Martin Scott, I think.
Anyway, like him, and the Nomura guy as well, like him also. So I we got some promising guys there. I'm looking forward to them being on this team, making it on the practice squad, developing, maybe being something in 2026 for us at that linebacker position anyway.
Yeah, and kind of like what D Money said, man. If you are going through those types of concussions, and you're having that many long-lasting symptoms of a concussion, let's be real. This is probably the end of Josie Jewell's career, as sad as that might be for him, but that's the sad reality of it. We saw it happen with our very own Luke Kuechly. We saw it happen with Dan Morgan, who was once upon a time had his career cut short because of concussions. So it's definitely nothing to play with. However, one of the things that I do think that we need to talk about is Princely Human Meal. Already turning heads at training camp. Had a little bit of a brush up where he accidentally bumped into Bryce Young. And as you know, during training camp, that's a big no-no, boys. You're not supposed to touch the quarterback, but the quarterback was touched by Princely Human Meal. Let me go to my man, Justin. Wes, based on everything that we've seen so far, what are you making of this defense? Feel free to talk about Josie Jewell and Amari Barno if you want as well. But overall, just Princely Human Meal starting to look like a real winner for the Carolina Panthers.
Dude, I like the way they're looking in period. Like they're flying around, dude. It's that kind of action on our defense again. It's awesome to see. Like from side, dude is just like he's hunting people down. First of all, Princely is hunting people down, but I mean Scorton, we finally signed him. I'm excited about him too.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I can't even really say how excited I am because I'm just ready for football to fucking start, dude.
I am too.
Honestly.
Dude. Yeah, I love it. There's dude, the fact that training camp is here, Fan Fest is upon us. C3 is going to descend upon Fan Fest. This just has me excited, especially, one of the things that I've said will save Ejiro Rivero is if these young players that we've drafted start to make a real difference. And it already seems as though Princely is starting to make a difference in training camp. Who wants to jump in on this? Who wants to talk about Princely?
I talk about the young fella.
Damn,
I'm gonna tell you,
go ahead.
this is my problem. Yeah, he hit the quarterback. I don't care. I want you to practice how you gonna play. Now, mind you, like Dave said, Bryce had nowhere to go. And so it won't even really like he was targeting the guy. He's a young guy. I want that nervousness and excitement. Like Dave said, he liked how he flew off the line. He liked how he bended the corner. He liked the pursuit. I want the guy practicing like he's going to play. And if Bryce got to jump out the way, dude, jump out the way. because the defense was the worst defense in NFL history last year. So if my young guys want to come in and have that motor on 1,000 without hurting themselves and hurting somebody else, I am more than for it. And whoever sent that tweet to Princely talking about keep his filthy hands off his quarterback, tell his quarterback to get out the way. I mean, doggone it, we trying to win some football games, man. But it's promising, like I had told you back in the green room. It makes me really feel good that, one, they had the foresight to want to get double dip on 2 young edge rushers. But then the fact that we had the ability and the position to do it was also great. And I feel like we're going to be going midway in the season and saying, yo, one of the best decisions we made was double dipping at the edge, especially when both these guys, depending on the analyst or depending on the scout, had them at first grade talents or at high second talent. So to me, I feel like we ended up getting 2 first rounders. No, excuse me, 3 first rounders in 1 draft. And now all they have to do is live up to the potential and put the effort like they're doing right now. And I really feel like where we're talking about our concerns about like the interior part of the linebacking core, sometimes having a strong 4 and strong edges and so forth can make up for a lot of subpar linebacker play. And family, trust me and believe, the way Dan has been attacking this thing for the last 2 seasons, if there is an opportunity to upgrade in that linebacker room and it's not going to kill us in another room, he's going to make the effort to try to do it. Like he said at that press conference, they have been aggressive in a whole lot of moves. You might not hear them in the conversation of different free agents or trades that were out there, and they might have saw that at the best interest, it would hurt us on another end or on a financial end. And one of the things the fan base wanted was us to stop getting bad contract defensive players that were coming to get a pension and sit back and chill out. You're getting guys in here now that are trying to change the culture. The guys that don't want to be labeled under that worst defense in the NFL, and they don't want their name associated with that. So you're seeing guys come out with intentionality. And just seeing these guys playing around with the shorts and the shirts with that type of intensity, wait till we gear up, people. I feel like we about to be on X and all these different social media platforms talking about Rosenboom dropping the boom. Lathan Ransom done just decleated somebody. Like, I'm ready for the impact and the contact. And when you got a lot of young, hungry puppies trying to fight their way to that dinner bowl, boy, I tell you, you can get some spectacular things. And I'm telling you now, the dinner bowl is laid right there. And Dave is slowly pouring the dog food. And as soon as them pads get put on, it's going to be an all-out sprint for that bowl, and I can't wait.
And we got some hungry dogs in the kennel looking to eat. And listen, I said this yesterday in the spaces with Pickle and D's and Jake and boys that, you know, during the draft, most of us were saying Prince the Human Milan's name in the 2nd round. That was the guy that was on the tip of our tongues. I feel like Princely almost had more fanfare than Nick Gordon did. And the fact that we were able to get both of them, bro, that is just music to my ears. And the fact that they're already making waves, bro, I love that. Let me welcome in 2 more people to the Friday free-for-all. First up, my brother from another mother, Cole, in the building, back on the free-for-all. What up, Cole?
Cole.
Happy Friday to the brothers. What's going on, C3 family?
What's up, bro?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. All is well, man. Cody Lack, if you can, name me the last time we drafted 2 defensive ends that you believed in at the same year, because I can't do it.
Bro, I couldn't even tell you, man. I couldn't even tell you. Maybe K1 Short, K1 Short, and Scarlett Tudor, but that was defensive tackle.
And their interiors.
Yeah, I've never had one where we drafted 2 edge rushers that I was really pumped about. in one season, man. I can't wait to talk about it some more. Next up, my brother from the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, Twan Dawn in the building. Twan, what's up, brother?
What's going on, fellas? Assalamu alaikum.
What's up, Twan?
What up,
That's
bro?
Arabic
Yes,
for
sir.
peace be unto you.
Yes, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, shoot.
Twan, how you feeling about this defense, bro? We'll start with you. We had some cuts with Joseph Jewell being released from the team due to continuous concussion symptoms based on when we played the Cardinals last year. And just today, Amari Barno released by the Carolina Panthers. What do you make of the depth on this linebacker core, bro?
Well, I mean, Josie Joel,
It's okay, you can say it.
I probably wasn't the biggest fan of him, but I'm glad he's taking care of himself. It sounds like what happened with him is very similar to the decision that Kuechly made. Yeah, you got to choose your life over football, so I get it. Barno, I mean, come on. I mean, I thought he was gonna get cut. I mean, he's been there for a while. Whether we misused him or whatever, but it just wasn't working out. But as far as us moving on, still don't change what we doing and what we supposed to do. It's next man up. But we had that depth. I mean, the quality depth this year, not depth at all the positions like we like, but this is a team you have to make, man. It's gonna be a bunch of dogs in practice. Somebody's gonna be like, I'm gonna claim that spot, and they're gonna show why in practice. It's not a setback for us. It's just next man up. So I didn't feel indifferent either way. I'm just glad that Josie Jewell made the correct decision for himself.
For his health. Yeah, for his own health. And I'm a firm believer, Twan, that once you get, a lot of people are going to get concussions playing football.
You don't mess around with that.
But once you get that second one, like I feel like that's really when you have to start evaluating what your future is. And if you want to continue to do this, that's why Tua Tagovailoa and all the concussions that he had really gave me pause, for the fact that he still wanted to continue to play. By the way, I have it up here on stream. This is from yesterday. Or was it yesterday? No, it was yesterday. Princely Human Milan beat Ike Ekwonu with the inside move. This time he holds off on making contact with the quarterback. Cole, jump in on this, brother. How excited are you that Princely Human Milan is already starting to show out and show up in a big way, man?
I'm not happy
Cole,
he did it against
talk to me, Cole.
I'm not happy he did it against Iqui.
You know I had to say this one for you, bro.
I'm not tripping about it whatsoever. Defense always wins the first couple weeks. Holla at me in a month.
You're right.
Yeah, there's no pads. They're not getting physical. Really, it's easy for It's easy for Princely. It's easy for any speed rusher to get past him. My question is, since we're talking about Barno's been on this roster for how long?
About 5 years, right?
Yeah, probably like 5 years now. Huh?
Yeah, something like that. And he's got all this speed, and he ain't figured out to get past Icky. Trash ass should have been gone long before now.
I think we gotta get some higher. I think we gotta get some higher competition for Princely. The way he's doing Icky right now.
I'm gonna tell you what, Jacob, you better slow your ass down before I get angry at you on this Friday evening.
I tell you what, let's wait till preseason. Let's wait till preseason and see how this shit work out. And if y'all still slobbering on Princely, we'll see what happens.
Cody, I've changed my opinion.
Slobbering now.
Ain't nobody slobbering over here.
I think Taylor Moton's out of here before Icky is now.
I'm excited, but I ain't
Wait. Time out.
It's just way early for me.
Time out.
It really is. I'm liking it, but
he heard what I said.
Wait, Pickle. I mean, Cole, you said you think Taylor Moton will be out of here before
Icky.
before it.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just because what I heard on the radio today, I believe, and
I agree.
I'm with them. What they said on the radio is something going on with them. They're worried about his knees.
They don't want to have that conversation, Cole.
Well, so hold on. They're saying that they're worried about Taylor Moton's knees?
Yeah.
They've been talking about
he's older and wear and tear. It's no special injury.
They're only giving him a quarter of the reps they're giving Icky.
They're being smart. They're being smart with them.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, they're saying they're being smart. Let's be real. It's no contact, maybe very slightly contact. And they're already being careful with him now. The first week of camp, the first few days of training camp.
He's the best tackle we got, though.
And he's under a contract year.
My question is this something that we need to worry about going into this season?
No. Just because he's older.
He has to have a Pro Bowl. I feel, in my point, he has to have a Pro Bowl year to get another contract.
Right.
Because it's less to do. It's less to do with his ability and more to do with them scared of his knees and giving him another contract at his age, so to speak.
I mean, I don't believe the man gave up a sack last year.
No, and that's we're taking all this from what we heard on the radio today.
I'm just spitballing it.
Cook us, D-Money. Go ahead. I know you got your hand up. You only have to do that, bro. Cook us right quick.
It ain't even really cooking. My thing is, I would be concerned if Taylor Moton would have had a lackluster year last year or so forth. I do agree with the statement Dee's made earlier about maybe we should have made more of a commitment to Christensen just as the insurance policy. But with having Christensen at least for another year, I'm not upset, about that situation at tackle. Now, when it comes to Moton next year or whatever, I don't know if we're going into the draft or what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. But unless Moton's skills really decline at a high rate this year, I just don't have any really true concern. I know that we want to look ahead and make sure that offensive line who has improved stays solidified or whatever. But if Taylor Moton is still playing high quality ball or whatever, and the age that he is, we might be able to come off on a good 2-year deal for him on the next contract that maybe doesn't hit. And the main thing about any of these players that we have on this team right now, as long as we got Megamind, Cap God, Brant Tillers, I feel like if they're on this team, they're going to be in a deal that's going to benefit us. As far as production, from what Taylor Moton did last year, and like I said, unless he regresses, I'm happy right now. The only thing I could have said, I would have preferred the insurance policy like Deez was talking about earlier.
Hey, D-Money, can I retort you on that?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I want to sell you on something real quick. So I love what Belichick did. I wouldn't sign Taylor Moton to 2 more years because I believe that you get rid of a guy when you feel like he's on his last good year. I wouldn't sign. Look, if he's got knee issues now, then let's hope that he can be the best that he can be this year and, go into that draft or go into free agency for his replacement. I don't think I think that's going backwards with what the Panthers used to do. Paying people that are not going to stay around or people that are going to stand on the sideline and watch with us. I think Taylor Moton has done his job at a very, very high level, but them knees, man, he's a lineman and you just blocking big, giant, fast dudes your whole life. I mean, he's really already past the longevity of what an offensive line, especially a tackle, does. But I believe in what Belichick does is getting rid of a guy a year early than a year late, man. Because then you're just paying for something that's not working out for you.
Right.
Listen, Pickle, what were you saying though I'll let Jay go after this, but that they were not letting they weren't giving Brady Christensen any reps at right tackle. They were giving it to what's the guy's name?
Newman.
Yeah, Josh Diamond.
Josh
Diamond. Yeah.
According to what we heard on the radio today, Taylor Moton is only getting a slightly less than half the snaps. They're giving it to Newman. They're giving it to Brady Christensen. You got a guy named Mark Torrey, a rookie. They're giving it to multiple different people other than Taylor Moton. And Taylor Moton just resting on the sidelines. And when asked why they're doing this, it's strictly related to his chronic knee issues.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with what they're calling. It's like arthritis or some shit. It's not even like.
Well, it's chronic. It's chronic. When you have a knee.
And by the way, let me just throw this in there. Shout out to Pantho74. Says Andrew Whitworth lasted a long time. Cincinnati regretted letting him go and seeing him win the Super Bowl with the Rams. I think Moton has more in the tank.
And Whitworth didn't have knee issues either.
At all.
Right, but
at all. Listen, I understand everybody loves Taylor Moton. I'm just telling you what they said, that the team or the reason why the team gave an issue why they're not letting him go full speed involved. If he's got chronic knee issues, which is going to get progressively worse each year, it would be dumb to re-sign him to a big fat contract.
Listen, I agree with not giving him a 2, 3 year, 4 year contract to like an extended year. But if he plays even if he don't play as a Pro Bowl level, if he don't allow no sacks and he gives up barely any pressure the whole entire year, there is no reason whatsoever that they can't work out at least a 1 year deal. And I think he would take it because I think he turns 31.
Nah, he ain't gonna take a 1 year deal.
Because he won't take a pay cut now.
I'm not saying a pay cut. I didn't say nothing about a pay cut.
If you get it.
A 1 year deal wouldn't be a pay cut.
Yeah, it would.
Hey, look.
They're not giving him a pay raise on a 1 year deal.
Jake, let me tell you this, Jake. As somebody that this happened to, when your fucking knees start fucking up, it's time to start getting ready to get the fuck up out of there.
If he plays up to the same level he did last year, I'll take him on one leg. Over all the tackles that we got.
If he's having knee issues, there's no way he's gonna play like that.
Or that I find was funny. 2 seasons ago, people looked at the man go. That's the part I find funny.
We was hearing, but the thing about it is, this chronic stuff, we was hearing the same thing last year during training camp. This ain't new news. It's just resurfaced again. They were talking about this in training camp.
I find it hilarious that 2 seasons ago they were trying to run this man off like literally screw Taylor Moton, and now everybody is outraged at his knees.
I'm done talking about it.
But hold up,
don't believe what you want.
Wait, but the guy that Cole wanted to draft, Peyton Wilson. They said he didn't have no knee.
He didn't have no ACL. And either way,
why the hell do we play him with my emotions right now?
Hey, Cole, I'm sorry, brother.
Feel targeted.
So listen, I do think a lot of this stuff is overblown.
Let me ask you a question,
but I also, hold on, Twan, I do think that sometimes they put this stuff out when they're not wanting to pay a player. Like they're putting this out as reasons as why, oh, well, you never know. Whereas to me, this is just a scenario of why would you put Taylor Moton out there this early when he's a veteran? He's done nothing but get better every year. And I don't know, man. It just feels like sometimes they put this story out to belittle these players a little bit. I don't know, man. Taylor Moton has gotten better every single year. He's gotten better every single year. I agree. We did hear this last year. I'm waiting to see what he can do, man, because let me tell you, I have no faith in Yosh Najiman or Nyman or whatever the hell
your name is.
Yeah, to be the competent right tackle for us. That's not happening, bro. Come on.
Have we seen enough to make that assessment, though? To be truthful, have we seen enough of Yosh to really make that assessment?
No, but I've seen enough of Moton.
2 games.
He ain't that, bro. He ain't that.
If Newman's contract expires the very same exact day Taylor Moton does. the same day Brady Christensen does.
Two
The
you
same
hold.
day, the same day Austin Corbett and Cade Mays does.
Brady
Sideshow.
Christensen is the key. But let me tell you this: if they put on that scouting report about Taylor's knees, then a pickle. If you're on anybody's defense, what the fuck are you gonna do?
I'm
Cutting
going
his
after
ass.
the
I'm
kneecap.
going after his fucking knees.
That's how football plays.
Now, is it out the question, right, that like during the season, are we eligible, like if we like what Brady's doing, to just go ahead and give him an extension instead of waiting
yeah,
till the
they
end
can
of the
do that.
season?
Absolutely.
They
No,
can do that.
they
give
can
him
do
one
that
right-
anytime
right
they
now.
want to.
Yeah, they can do it
Okay.
right now.
I don't
Okay.
understand why they won't just sew this dude up, man. I mean,
And that might be the thing. They might just want to see how Brady get through camp, get through
Well,
maybe 4 or 5 games, and then maybe
Brady
they're
don't
gonna
give
give
up
him his money.
sacks either.
and what we'll know in preseason and training camp. Well, preseason more than training camp because we don't get to see training camp. And we'll know in preseason on how much we see Brady Christensen at right tackle. If we never see Brady Christensen at right tackle, chances are that's not their idea to keep him.
Brady
Yeah,
must
that's
have
true
pissed
too.
somebody off.
I kind of feel like he's going to get moved around during the preseason. They're going to test him around the line. But, of course, I don't know what their real plan is at this point.
Yeah, who does know, man? They've also moved Brady around so much. Like, that dude's a Swiss Army knife on the
Taylor-
offensive line.
Taylor Moton played 864 snaps and only gave up 1 sack.
But that's
One
nice.
sack.
Yeah, man.
That-
That's
that-
what I'm
hey,
saying. Like,
I wouldn't
That's
say that.
nice. That's
That
nice,
dude-
Jake. But that don't mean nothing for the future.
but
That's
that
what
Well,
I'm
dude
saying.
has
but my
proven
thing,
in
Pickle,
the
that
past.
don't mean the future for anybody that's on this team. Injuries happen. Anything. Don't get me
Right,
wrong.
you're exactly right.
Oh,
We're not
exactly
saying
right.
to cut. We're not saying cutting him. We're
And I'm
just
not
saying
saying
look
either.
out for the future. That's all we're saying.
Yeah,
I
Be
do
ready
kind of
for
feel
that.
I would look good beside Robert Hunt, even if my little behind
Yeah.
was playing right tackle. I think having Donkey Kong beside me would give me some type of an advantage, to be quite real with you.
Playing on the
Well,
other
that's
side,
the
David
thing, D
Lewis.
Money. Now, Robert Hunt kind of struggled in the passing game last year. He gave
He
up more
did.
sacks than he probably should have for what we paid him, and he needs to improve in that area this year. And it's the same area that Kim Ekwonu needs to improve as well. And that's what's kind of holding our offensive line back. We were able to be a good run blocking unit. And Kim Ekwonu's run blocking grade was higher than Taylor Moton's. But Taylor Moton's pass blocking grade was probably the best on the team last year. But like y'all said, only giving up 1 sack. We had a Kim that went giving up 11 sacks in 2023 with Chandler Zavala beside him giving him up 17. But Icky was down to just 7 last year, which is not that bad. We'd like to see that number, 5 or less going into this year. If he can get 5 or less, like that's probably where we want Icky to be. We can talk about extending him long term. And for the fans watching the show, we're not on here just hating on Taylor Moton. This is all stuff that got started on the radio that we all picked up, and we're just reacting to that conversation about his knees and moving forward with him, because it is awfully odd that we're paying him top 5 tackle money, but we're not getting top 5 tackle production. But don't get me wrong. I like taking Taylor Moton. I like to keep the offensive line solid. I just, we need to pay him a fair amount for where he is in the league is all I'm saying on that when we do get the new deal done. And I promise you, Brant Tillis is going to get a fair deal for the Panthers. He's been doing that all the way around, like y'all were saying. So I feel good about that. But moving forward, we have to become a better pass blocking team. That includes Icky and that includes Hunt. Both those guys need to step it up this year in the pass blocking.
Let me tell you where I kind of jump in on this, right? One of the things that I would hate to see is us move on from Taylor Moton eventually, then have another revolving door at right tackle, and then to see him go and thrive somewhere else, like what's his name, Jason Whitworth. I don't want to see that happen. And there is something to, man, when you have a player who has given their blood, sweat, and tears to this team, when we have been in the doldrums, one of the worst teams, and then he continues to play his best football, I do think that you should reward that. And I do think that this organization also wants to reward those players who are coming in and busting ass for the Carolina Panthers. I think that's why they signed J.C. Horn. I think that's why they've made a lot of the signings that they have. Derek Brown.
We've also
you got 2 choices. you got two choices for the future. After this year, you got two choices. Sign him and hope it works out, and be ready if it don't. And if he starts gimping, if he starts limping, and he goes on IR, and you've already gave him a shitload of money and you're stuck with it, then you smile and say life goes on. Or you let him walk, and if he has a good year somewhere else, good for him. That's the two choices you got.
Well, you can never worry about how somebody's going to produce somewhere else because it's not going to benefit you. So, I mean, if he's still at a high level and the money's right, cool. If he's digressing and like Twan, brought up the geriatric needs or whatever, you can't really pay for geriatric needs because once your needs start to digress and regress or whatever, yeah, they don't like it gets to a plane and just sits at a happy medium. It just continues to drop. So, and at that man's weight, that's a big boy. I just don't know. I mean, if we got Christensen and Christensen can play the role, and we can just pay Christensen and not have as much of a revolving door, then I'm down for that. If it comes to a situation where we draft a right tackle, it better be the best right tackle in the draft. Like, the main thing is you do not want your whatever room that you have to replace any player, you would like to think that you're not getting a downgrade. And if it was considered a downgrade, not a significant downgrade. So,
yeah, let me go to Jake and then Twan.
I mean, I just want to say real quick, and I know somebody's going to say something to this, but how many people did we leave? Like, how many people did we let go after 2015 season that we ended up regretting because we thought maybe they was too old, didn't have enough left in their tank, and we just let them go? Didn't resign them.
No. 2015 season after it, we went to the Super Bowl. That Gettleman knew going in he was going to do that. Half of them corners, Tillman retired. Half the people that were let go, David Gettleman knew going in he was going to do that because they were all Marty Hurley's boys.
Yeah, Gettleman's also still a dumbass, but
that also happens after a Super Bowl too. When you make it to a Super Bowl or you win a Super Bowl, you tend to have a high turnaround after that game.
Right. Mike Remmers was what, in my opinion, one of the worst right tackles we ever had. But he was a right tackle on the Super Bowl, and that took him to the Vikings, where he had a nice big fat contract the Vikings gave him.
He was also a penalty machine.
Absolutely, he was. Horrible.
Penalty machine.
It was double that.
Double that. By the way, his cap hit for this year, Sideshow asked, is $31,347,918.
That's
so
because of kickback.
32 cents. Don't forget the 32
By
cents.
the way, this is why I'm going to be honest with you. I'm surprised that they didn't give him one of those contracts that was like 2 or 3 years with an out kind of built into the contract, because I think that you could have drastically brought down the cap hit for this year, freed up some dollars for you to be able to sign some other players, which now we're kind of wanting to do.
We didn't have Brand.
Didn't they keep pushing his contract back for like 3 or 4 seasons?
They kept kicking the can down the road. That's the reason why it's 31 million. That 31
that's
million.
why we're the total we're at is because they kept pushing money back.
That happens.
They did.
Y'all remember last year? Right before camp, right before the season started, they were talking that the Panthers were over cap. And they had to get under cap. You remember, it wasn't much, but it was over cap. And we were stuck in a situation because we didn't want to cut anybody we had. And nobody we could cut would really help us a great deal. The only savior we had was Taylor Moton redoing his contract. His agent knew that, and his agent pushed. Now, you realize we have 3 voided years on Taylor Moton's contract because of that. All because of that issue. Taylor Moton wasn't giving nobody no damn pay cut. Or at least his agent wasn't.
Yeah.
And all this contract before that was Scott Fitterer's screw up.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we wouldn't have had Tillers. If we would have had Tillers, we wouldn't be in that situation with.
We would not.
That's the truth. That's the truth. He also really messed up that Josh Norman situation, like Mattleman.
How about that one? That man, him and his BS agent and the GM, I'm always going to be upset about the Josh Norman one.
Yeah, and especially because they wanted to pay Josh Norman before the 2015 season. And Josh Norman said, nah, I'm going to ball out this year, and then y'all going to have to pay me. And then, Gettleman straight up wasn't expecting that to happen.
And then franchise tagged him and then rescinded it.
Yeah,
rescinded it.
Yeah, because he rescinded it because he drafted 3 rookies in the draft, and he thought he got gold, so he going to cut.
Yeah. I remember
David
that.
Gettleman was a naturally born dumbass.
That was what Zach Sanchez from Oklahoma draft, the Darryl Worley, draft, and was it Sam was Bradbury that draft too?
Yeah,
that was Bradbury.
Yeah.
It was,
the joke of the whole draft.
Nobody's, man.
We started that draft, and y'all can look this up. We started that draft with 10 draft picks. But we gave up 3 draft picks to move up in the 3rd round and take Darryl Worley. 3. Every pick we took, we gave up extra draft picks to move up to take bad players.
That's what happens when you got a guy drafting that don't know what the hell he's doing.
Never hire another GM from New York
Horrible
City.
GMing.
Horrible.
Yep.
I mean, well, so I think that we should move to the part where we all know what we want to talk about, man. We have to talk about this offense, right? Boys, I have been predicting that we're going to keep 7 receivers. Now I'm a bit disappointed if we don't. We have so many guys that are already showing out. Bro, I don't even know where to start. What part of this wide receiver core would y'all like to start with?
I just want to say something.
We can go through a number of them, bro.
I want to say something.
Renfro, Tetaroa, so many of them, bro.
I want to apologize real quick for something to Cody.
Oh, shit. What's up?
Yeah. The Renfro ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. I tried to tell y'all, man.
That motherfucker.
I tried to tell y'all, man.
That's a lot of growth, Twan. That's a lot of growth, bro.
That motherfucker ain't going nowhere, bro.
Bro, y'all thought I was just being a homer, being a Clemson fan.
You were, though. You did not know he was about to do that. You were being a homer from hell.
Are y'all sure you want to talk about this conversation?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Come on, Pickle. Meanwhile, and while we're having
let's talk.
Y'all look at my man Hunter Renfro.
Yeah, he looks nice and sweet. He looks nice and sweet.
Let's go.
And let's talk about the guy. Let's talk about the guy everybody says is a lock to make the 53-man roster and ain't done jack shit in camp. Why we all got quiet all of a sudden?
Who you talking
about? I don't know who you're talking about.
You ain't said a name yet.
Jalen Coker.
I knew it was coming.
He hurt?
No, making the team.
No,
he's
fine.
hurt.
He's fine. He ain't done nothing.
There was a video yesterday.
And I'm not saying he's going to get cut. I'm saying he has to fight for his job too, just like Renfro does. That's all I'm saying.
But that's common sense.
Not for everybody. Some people ain't got common sense, D-Money.
Yeah,
you know that.
He got to fight for his job. I told him, Pickle. He got to fight for his job, bro. His job too. I think they're going to keep 7, though, man. I really
I don't
think they keep 7.
If they keep 7, I want y'all to find who they're going to cut.
They better.
I said in space is the only reason. The only way I see
David Moore.
You keep 7. How many are you going to carry in to activate on game day?
They only keep 7.
Who are you going to activate on game day?
The last
5. You activate 5.
I don't ever remember them activate 5 receivers.
Right, go Jake and then Cole, and then we'll go to West Justin.
Nah, I'm just gonna say the only way I see them keeping 7 receivers, and I said it in the space the other day, is this: the last 2 players that they got, neither one of them separate each other, and they have them so high on the game changers. Like they know that if I get rid of this guy or I cut him, that he's not gonna he's not gonna get past the waiver wire. Somebody's gonna pick him up. That's the only way I see them keeping 7. Now, if that don't happen, they're only keeping 6.
All right, man, let me go to Cole. Cole, what you think about this wide receiver room? And who is wide receiver 4? Hunter Renfro or Jalen Coker?
Who'd you say after Hunter Renfro? I glitched right.
Or Jalen Coker.
Coker, but it's going to be Renfro. Coker's on the bubble more than people realize he is. He's undrafted. We got
Thank
lucky.
you.
So all of a sudden, there's this almost like a sentiment that maybe Coker is not him. Yo,
I've been saying this shit.
Don't tell G baby he's somewhere pissed the hell
G-Baby's
off.
on the other side. I'm sorry, bro.
Wes Justin, jump in on this convo, bro. What do you make of this?
It's 7, Cody. I didn't tell you that part. My fault.
And what do you think about Hunter Renfro thus far, man?
My bad, Mike. You I like Renfro. Like I've been saying that the whole time. And I've also been saying the whole time what they're saying in chat right now to cut Moore. I hadn't heard his name the whole fucking time.
He's gonna sneak his ass in there, Cody.
I hadn't heard his
don't
name
want
the
him.
whole camp, bro.
Always.
Like even before camp, it was everybody else we're talking about and hearing about. Have you seen a highlight from him yet? I ain't seen one the whole time.
I have. More out there balling, bro.
Really?
One catch, he had a nice little slant.
And nobody
He's
talks
at-
about it.
He's at the Canales family reunion. That's his highlight.
Man, that was Bryce
Right.
Young's favorite target last year, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
It's about all he
last
really
year,
had.
though.
He didn't really have nobody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But let me ask y'all this: Is last year enough for either of David Moore or Jalen Coker to have enough ingratiation with this current regime to be able to do something this year?
Oh hell no,
No, sir. No, sir. Because Jimmy Horn Jr. is going to take a special team spot, which means he's automatically in the spot. So that already tells me David Moore's gone because Jimmy is supposed to be a special teams guy and more than likely, in my mind, a gadget guy. So that already eliminates one spot off the gate. So I've already got Moore because I would rather have Coker because his age instead of Moore, just to be honest and truthful.
Thank you.
I got Horn at wide receiver 4 right now, bro. that's
I ain't gonna laugh
me,
after you. You don't know how it's gonna play out.
Yeah, that motherfucker is different.
We ain't had that type of speed. I don't think we're gonna know how to.
He got that dog in him. He got that dog.
That's
Dog.
me too.
Hey Cody.
Yeah.
Hey, can you pop this up on your screen real quick? It's from the Observer, just to let you know, in case you can't.
Yeah, I can.
All right. Y'all see this right here where it says backup Andy? It says Young made a nice throw to wide out Jalen Coker in the flats on 7-on-7 work. The quarterback made a nice toss to wide receiver Adam Thielen in the red zone drill. Backup quarterback Andy Dalton had a few impressive connections as well. Dalton made a nice throw to an out route by 6th round Jimmy Horn Jr. The rookie receiver made a leaping catch toward the sidelines and kept himself inside the field of play. Then it talks about Dalton on red zone drills. Bryce Thurmain had a touchdown, and he connected with Hunter Renfro, who made a catch up the stream and evaded defenders for a nifty change of direction move. That's just what I wanted to say. So some of these guys, the difference is in years ago, we would see fans clips on these. We don't get to see them, so we got to rely on the reporters who break these down.
Yeah.
Elker did get a catch, but
So by the way,
so did
this
Jimmy
is
Horn Jr. and
this is
several
a,
others.
this is a clip of Jimmy Horn showing off that incredible speed and footwork, and then at the end, Nalo coming in with the badass one-handed snag. Bro, we really might have some receiver talent this year for the Panthers, boys. Hell yeah, that's a good problem to have.
Right.
Yeah, that's the way I feel, Cody. I feel like we'll look back and years later and we'll say, man, I wish we had that wide receiving core like we had in 2025. Because it's amazing that we put this thing together. We don't know what Renfro is going to be this year. He might be a lot better than we think he is. And if that's the case, we're going to be really happy as Panthers fans. Same thing goes for Jimmy Horn. He might be a lot better than we're expecting too. And, you know, and we're talking about how many wide receivers. I think it's 7 as well. That Panther Pickle pointed out last night that they kept 7 last year. Then the next day, cut one and let him go to the practice squad. I think that's David Moore's future coming for him right now.
Right.
Asking this whole panel right now, just without looking up, like I just did, without looking up, how many drops do y'all think that Jalen Coker had last year? Anybody?
9, right?
Anybody?
I don't think he had none, right?
He had no drops. Cody got it right. None. He had zero drops. 0 drops last year.
That's good for last year, but he still got to show up this year.
Oh, he does, just like everybody else, Pickle.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Now go to games played and tell me how many games did he play.
Hey, man, before we welcome in, or pardon me, before we go to Dave Canales talking about.
They cut him.
Hold up, stop fucking interrupting me for a second. Jimmy Horn Jr., before we talk about Dave Canales and what he had to say, let me welcome in Matt Man to the Friday Free For All. Matt Man, what's up, boy?
Hey, guys, what's up? You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Loud and
Good,
clear,
man.
man.
Hey, man, I'm loving what this receiver core could be. My little bit worry, I mean, everybody's like, yeah, we're deeper than we ever have been. Outside of Thielen, it's mostly unproven guys. I mean, Moore's a journeyman. He is, be fine as your fourth guy, and the Renfro's trying to make a comeback from the health issues he was dealing with. All our other guys, XL, he had his issues last year. We're hoping the rookie T-Mac will turn out, but don't know till we see him. That's my only. This receiving core will be the difference between this offense being bottom half of the league and possibly top 10. Because I expect Bryce to still play okay, and the running game, as long as Canales doesn't get too pass happy, should be strong. But and that kind of depends on what the defense does too. If they keep the games close, where you ain't got to go to down 20 points before you blink. But I mean, this is the X factor. They're not just one receiver, all of them. I mean, I don't know if you guys been seeing the stuff that I don't know why he's jumped on the Panthers bandwagon, but Ocho Cinco, been talking about our receiver core.
But
like
if I didn't know any better, I would think that he was a former Panther player, bro.
I know, right? I'm like, when did he jump on the Panthers? He talking about we got the best. I'm like, what? But I mean, I'm glad to have somebody recognizable, hyping up this team and the receiving core. Just
absolutely.
But
he was even hunting. He was hyping
guy,
up.
bro.
He really is, and he was hyping up Hunter Renfrow too. He said, "Hunter, put your ass in a blender, Renfrow." I love it, man. But I think the cat is out of the bag. A lot of people are saying that Jimmy Horn Jr. might just be the steal of the draft. Yep. This is what Dave Canales had to say about Jimmy Horn.
Jimmy, you knew about the speed coming in, Jimmy Horn. What else are you seeing out of him that makes you feel like you've got a chance? Because you got a lot of receivers. It's hard for guys to get a look sometimes.
Yeah, I just love the way that he plays football. It's full speed all the time. Some guys, we have to really teach them how to get into a walkthrough mode. He's one of those guys. Everything he does is fast. I think about Devin Tompkins, who I love, who was here last year, and they just bring out the best in everybody because, when they're out there, they're going 100 miles an hour, full speed, and they're looking to take the top off. So I love that style about Jimmy and what he's shown us, whether it's in drills or in the team periods, he's just all gas.
Jimmy.
All gas. This dude doesn't even have practice mode or walkthrough mode. This dude is full speed all the time. How are y'all feeling about Jimmy Horn, man? I feel like he has the potential to be a real difference maker in a way that we were all looking for, right? A lot of us that weren't too excited about T-Mac before the draft, it wasn't because he doesn't have incredible hands or ball skills, but he didn't necessarily have that burner type of speed that we were looking for. I feel like we really may have found that in Jimmy Horn Jr. How y'all feel about it?
First of all, Canales is a funny guy. He said he loved Tompkins. He loved Tompkins so much that he let his ass go.
I don't think some of these rules. I don't think it's up to him on some of these things. I think Dan said, "No, he gone. We gonna draft somebody cheaper and be done with it." So,
hey, D Money, Tompkins is somewhere like, "Hey, nigga, why you ain't keep mine?"
Yeah, you know it. There's a lot of punch in the air right now.
Look how fast
thing was-
This is not pimping at all.
Go ahead, Jake. We'll go Jake and then we'll
The
go
only
Deej.
problem with Tompkins is that I've seen. I mean, they was trying to do this special plays with them last year because of his speed. Like the only problem I have with him, bro, he looks so small, and I'm not talking about his height. Like he looked like he had no weight on him. Every time he got tackled, I'm like, this man ain't getting back up from that. I mean, he would just get ran over, and I give the man all the credit because he got back up. But Lord, I thought he was gonna get folded on the field.
Yeah. What do you think about Jimmy Horn and his potential this year in this offense, Jake?
Me? Oh, Jimmy Horn, like I'm on cloud 9 for Jimmy Horn right now. I mean, he could legit be the biggest steal in the draft. I don't know how he made it to the 6th round. Thank God for us that he made it to that point. But I think he's going to be a special teams ace, like kick returner, punt returner, and he's still going to get his plays on offense. Don't get me wrong. He's still going to get his plays on offense. Jimmy Horn is the type of player that if he lives up to what we're seeing right now, I know his training camp is early, but we could see that man on the field as wide receiver 3 very, very soon after this year.
The reason why he went 6 is because of his hands.
Man said Tracy.
So if anybody's wondering why he went in the 6th round, it was because of his hands. What I think we have, and I hope he's better, is we have our modern day Teddy Ginn Jr.
Yeah,
ridiculous speed. But the thing is that people were saying that Horn was a little, greasy with the ball, like he had a lot of drops or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that shit can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why he went 6. It's still a steal because that's some shit you can fix.
Yes. It's coachable.
But the reason why he went late was because of I think it was because of his hands, bro. Like he dropped a lot of balls.
Well, he's also like 5'9", 175 pounds.
Yeah, he's small.
So I think that's why you fell. But dude, like that's just better for us. That's I mean, gotta love that, man. Let me go Colby and then D-Money. Go ahead, Cole.
I'm stuck
Jimmy
between
Horn
hoping. I think he'll be a better version of Kurtko. I hope. I don't know how tall Kurtko was, but I know he was on the lighter side. So hopefully,
I think he was like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah. So hopefully Jimmy Horn can be that player. He might have 3-4 catches, but then have 100 fucking yards on like a 70-yard touchdown. We can see him being that type of player for sure, Cody.
Yeah. All right, D-Money, what you think about Jimmy Horn Jr., man? He's already really making a name for himself, and there's only been 2 practices.
Okay, like the first thing I encourage you to do, if you want to really see the possibilities of what you can do with Jimmy Horn Jr., go to YouTube, but don't look at the Colorado highlights. Look at the Southern Florida highlights, the school that he was at before he went to Colorado, right? Now, mind you, Deion used him entirely different, somewhat similar in ways, but that was a loaded wide receiver room in Colorado compared to Vice where he was at Southern Florida. Sometimes you saw the young man lined up in the backfield. You saw him in the slot. You saw short plays become big plays. You just saw the big play ability. But when you got a little guy that we now call like the gadget guy and so forth like that, he's got to have a dog. That's the prerequisite. What separated Steve Smith from other receivers with his size was the dog and the fight that he had in him. And then Jimmy Horn has a good story that lets you know he fights through adversity. Got the stuff with his father being locked up. Coming from a hard spot of Southern Florida, trying to make it out the hood and everything else. The dude has grit. He has the determination. He's had good coaching. And he's been in a situation where he's been counted out the majority of his career. And when you're taking like a guy with that type of talent, skill set, and the prerequisite dog, the sky is nothing but the limit if you utilize him correctly.
Yeah, I agree. 1,000% I agree. I think he has so much potential in this offense, especially with Dave Canales and how he offers something different compared to the other body types that are on this team. I agree, man. The sky is the limit. Let me go to Diesel Skills. D's jumping on this. I mean, we're all excited about Jimmy Horn Jr., but what type of impact can he have on the offense this year?
I mean, most people see it as just a special teams impact, but the Carolina Panthers fans have been begging for a long time for us to get a speedster, and we finally got one. And I like when he sat down He sat down with Chad Johnson, I believe it was, and Shannon Sharp, and he laid out his goals for this season. That was amazing. He talked about how he wants to make sure that he gets a touchdown on special teams. He wants to make sure that he's able to achieve a modest goal of only 250 yards. He had a couple other goals. I don't recall what they are, but the guy is focused and driven. Look back to one of the first videos I put out of Jimmy Horn. It's him at practice with the Panthers guys before OTAs or anything else began, and somebody calls him, and he says, what else do I got to do but practice? And he hangs up on him. And he says, well, I hang up on them real quick when they ain't talking about nothing. And that's what I like it. And then the same thing when he got drafted. Sideshow said it in the chat. He said, I'm ready right now. And Jimmy Horn is all about the business and all about making this team and being the best wide receiver he can be. Just look into the elite chat. You'll see him in there lifting weights. We might call him Jimmy Guns because Jimmy's got guns. Especially for a guy
Hey, yo, you got to see that picture. You got to pull that
Jimmy
up.
two guns in this bitch.
Well, you know,
Bro, I told y'all that last week. I was surprised at how buff Mans is, bro. Like, look at this dude.
There's a tiny motherfucker at Kansas City, though.
Yeah, you're right. And you know, Tyreek Hill was never a big guy either. You know, that's how it is. These smaller guys are the ones that are the speedsters. But unlike Devonta Smith, who was also like 180 pounds for the Philadelphia Eagles, bro, and I said this the last time we brought up that video with Thomas Davis interviewing him. This dude, he might be short, but he's well put together.
Dude, shredded.
Like, this is not a skinny dude, man.
Nah, he just got to work on leg day.
He can walk on his hands right now, I guarantee you.
But Twan, those legs make him fast. I don't know if I do want him to. Bro.
Imagine if them motherfuckers got like Steve Smith, though.
I don't know, man. I feel like maybe this is the perfect body type for him, especially if he's running a 4.3.
You got to get them legs up, bro.
Look at shout out, with the Panthers logo on the side. I love that.
That motherfucker right there, he gunned up.
Hey, by the way, shout out G-Baby with the great comparison. He said that's Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson was a burner for a long time.
About all that.
Hey, man, I mean, come on. Wouldn't you want to have a Deshaun Jackson type?
Hell yeah, I want it, but slow down.
If I was Jimmy Horn, I'd be mad they compared me to Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson. Who would you rather, Deshaun Jackson or Ted Ginn Jr.?
Since I'm on the since he's playing for the Panthers.
Ted Ginn Jr.
Yeah,
give me Deshaun. We ain't doing that. Give me a Deshaun over Ted Ginn.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson, his problem.
Motherfucker, little Pee Wee.
Deshaun Jackson was.
Ted Ginn took us to a Super Bowl, baby. It'd be great.
Right.
Did you see that punt return Deshaun Jackson had to win a game? True. No.
Man, I was watching him in college at Cal, bro. Yes.
Deshaun Jackson was a different animal in his prime, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
the definition of a Madden player on rookie.
I'm sorry. I will never be able to cheer for a Bucs player. I can't do it, y'all.
Ooh, he was a Bucs.
Y'all want to cheer for a Bucs player? You go ahead.
I will. He was there for a cup of coffee. I'll do it.
So,
but Ted Ginn Jr. was the same.
Yeah, the thing with
that's very true. I forgot about that.
But he was a Panther before he was a Saint.
The thing with Teddy Ginn Jr.
The only reason why he played for other teams was because of the Panthers gave him that opportunity.
But Cody,
I was a Saint before I was a Saint.
Nobody got more open than Teddy Ginn Jr. though. Like he just dropped balls. Nobody could get more open than him. He just
what he did in the Atlanta game in 15 Twine when I was there was ridiculous. That man had over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you just look. I don't give a fuck what the cornerback was. If Teddy Ginn Jr. decided he was gonna beat you, your ass was beat.
Yeah,
but
just
hold on to the damn ball.
That's the only reason why I'm not gonna say Ted Ginn because of his hands. His hands alone is the reason why I say Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
Don't act like Deshaun ain't had no drops now, too.
Oh, he had drop. Bro, he didn't have drops.
He ain't have them like that, man. Did let's not do that, Cole.
He ain't had to get.
People had pictures with center blocks on Ginn's hands. I remember.
Oh, bro, there was memes that he should have had stickum on his hands.
For real, like Ted Ginn caught a lot of strays, boy. I swear.
Like, bro, go put some fucking glue on your hands or something, bro. He used to piss Cam off, bro. Cam used to be like, man, this motherfucker right here.
He used to piss off a lot of people with them drops.
Because he would drop the wide open ones. Like, he had nobody by him, and he would drop those. But he would catch the ones that was like the guy was still near him.
The motherfucker, look, the more difficult passes, Jake, that motherfucker caught them shits. I'm like, he got a problem with catching balls wide open. Hey, man.
The problem was he just wasn't clutch, Twan. He was not clutch, bro. He was not.
In 2015, he was.
Yeah. 2015, we all were clutch, and we didn't even have a uniform on.
As a fan base, we was clutch.
The cardiac cat.
Dan Morgan was clutch, hitting on a 6th round draft pick for a change. Let's go, Dan. Great pick in Jimmy Horn.
Yes, he was.
I tell you who was not clutch in 2015. Calvin Benjamin Jr.
That motherfucker didn't play in 2000.
It's in a little Debbie cake.
Why he wasn't clutch?
Man, I still can't get over that dude during the game said that Kelvin Benjamin was a Popeye biscuit away from being a tight end.
So what killed me is he was the reverse of a weight loss infomercial. The before and after, they just showed the after before the before because doggone that joker blew up quick. He was Professor Clump. He the first Clump.
I'm only gonna let y'all talk so much shit about the FSU guy, man. So, hey, cut the book.
Your FSU guy had discipline issues when it came to a table. We gonna talk about
Twan, I still blame him for Cam Newton's injury, bro. I'll never not blame him, bro. Everybody blames TJ Watt.
And I still will, Cody. And I still will.
Kelvin Benjamin.
I blame Bojangles,
man.
I blame Bojangles.
Hey, that Cajun chicken ain't no joke.
Hey, it really ain't, though. It really ain't.
They got some new chicken?
Somebody hand that man a salad.
That's Mike Tomlin's fault. He put the hit on Cam.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think Jimmy Horn Jr. is going to be our day one kick returner?
More like
I do.
Yes.
I think it'd be between
without
him
a shadow of a doubt.
Him or
he too
Trevor
shifty.
ETN, one of them will.
He just too shifty. He's too shifty. He don't need much space to make something happen. The man can sit there and tap dance in a phone booth. It's only common sense that he's the one out there receiving them kicks.
Yeah.
And the way I imagine it, the way kickoffs are now, with the way they're laid out, if you can get like two guys to miss you, you ain't got nothing but a way.
Motherfucking, I told y'all every week D Money bring that motherfucker always say some shit I'm about to say. That
motherfucker brings the heat on free for all. I mean, hey man, like between Trevor Etienne, who we haven't heard a lot about yet. Hey, let me go to Madman. Matt, do you think that Jimmy Horn Jr. is the day one starter at kick returner?
I hope he is. And I say that because if he's not, he might not get a helmet. That's his path. Like your fifth, sixth wide receivers, they usually got to play special teams. So I hope he wins that job because I don't see him breaking into like the number 3 receiver, at least to start, unless there's some injuries. I don't see him, getting on the field over. I mean, in certain packages, because he is that speed guy, and none of the other guys really have that. Take the top off. I mean, XLs are supposed to, but we didn't really see a whole lot of it. So yeah, I hope Jimmy Horn is that day one returner. He wins that job, and he'll get on the field and get his opportunities as a receiver, and maybe later on in the season he'll be able to work his way up the depth chart. Because I mean, even if he's got that speed and impresses, he's still a 6th round guy. I think they'll give even guys like Coker, who showed he can go out and play, during game. I think he'll get more opportunities to start.
Yeah.
So Cody, I got a question.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
So if who do you think? All right, so with all the guys that are going to start at wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
Who do you predict is going to make the team, but it's not going to play right away, or it's going to sit on the sidelines? That's a real.
You mean sit to be inactive? Apparently, apparently to most fans on everywhere I go, we're going to play with 7 receivers for every game this coming season. Because people don't have this. People are yet. I mean, in my opinion, normally, best I can remember, and granted I'm 58, and I might be too old to remember this bullshit.
Damn, you old.
But they keep 5 receivers.
God dang.
Generally, only 4. Or no, they keep 6 receivers. Generally, only 4 are active. One of them is the guy who plays on special teams or a returner.
Yeah.
Okay? That means you got 3 starters and 1 hanging out. And now granted, this may be a different case that we actually go into a game with 5 receivers, because I don't see them keeping Hunter Renfrow and telling him he got to be inactive so Jimmy Horn Jr. can play special teams.
Shit.
So technically speaking, maybe they activate 5.
I think that's the most.
That means that, but now here's the catch, though, y'all.
All I said was Renfrow ain't going nowhere.
Right, but here's the catch. Here's the catch nobody wants to talk about. You add all your favorite receivers, and you decide who gets to be in it. In that scenario, if you're having 5 active, you know who your top 3 are. If Hunter's your 4th, Jimmy's playing receiver, Coker's sitting at home with no jersey.
Yeah. Hey, so by the way, speaking of Coker and Renfro, I put up a poll a little while ago, about 25 minutes ago. 38 people have voted. The question was, who was the wide receiver 4 for the Carolina Panthers, Hunter Renfro or Jalen Coker? And with 58% of the poll, fans have said Jalen Coker will be the wide receiver 4. So not everybody's ready to give up on Jalen Coker like a lot of people are. It's been a long time since the Panthers have had this problem where we have too much depth at wide receiver. Like, bro, I'm not even going to bitch about it. That's a great problem to have, man.
We honestly have a great wide receiver room right now. We really do. Like, it really is a great problem to have. Like, we're having a discussion about who's going to make wide receiver 6, wide receiver 7. I mean, when the last time we ever had that?
We had a discussion on Spaces with the gentleman, and I wish he was here, and we were having conversations with him, and it's like we brought up there. If you keep 7 receivers, you're cutting somebody else short. Who you cutting? You're gonna go with 8 offensive linemen instead of 9? Are you gonna code extra defensive linemen? Generally, they keep 5 defensive linemen. You gonna go with 4 defensive linemen? Which defensive lineman are you gonna cut?
You definitely gonna go with the linemen first, because we got depth on that O line, bro.
Right. So that means you're gonna take Josh Newman's gone, and that what's his name? That dude we got from the 49ers last year. Kingston. You better hope. So we're gonna hope he can pass through waivers and get on practice squad.
That sounds fair. Or you can cut the weaker rooms. The linebacker room is going to be rotating. Now, like I said, the bottom of the roster is going to rotate this year nonstop. So the linebacker room, you feel safe to cut there. Safeties and cornerbacks, all those are going to be guys going out.
There you go, Shy.
See, this is what I brought up the other day. In my opinion, Shy's already gone.
Yeah,
because I'm keeping Derek and Bobby and
Ray's gone too.
We don't know that yet. We don't know yet.
In my opinion, I'm keeping Bobby, Derek, Wharton, Ashawn,
but
and Cam
Derek ain't going no damn way.
That's who I'm keeping.
You got to name people that actually has a chance of getting cut.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Pickle's right in this regard too, though, because like how he was talking about, you have to cut if you go to offensive line route. you got to cut Josh Neiman. That means that technically you're only going to have one backup tackle, and that's going to be Brady Christian as a swing tackle playing left tackle or right tackle. And I mean, that's not bad. It's only bad as if you lose both those tackles in a game at the same time, and then it's really bad because you don't have another tackle.
And in that scenario, you have one inside line, you have one inside offensive lineman, and that's whoever. Austin or Cade, whoever doesn't win the center job.
Zavala's going to make the roster.
You're right. I forgot about Zavala.
Zavala's making the roster for sure.
You're right.
He played good last year when he needed.
So I mean, I sat and figured this up. I'm only keeping 3 tight ends. I was only keeping 9 offensive linemen.
That's all we need.
I'm only keeping 5. But if you're keeping an extra receiver, there's somebody got to go. Now, granted, I had it 4 inside linebackers and 4 outside linebackers.
Only 3 running backs as well,
and 3 running backs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you sit down to figure this up, you're going to find it hard to make every position where you need it to be.
Right.
You can't just keep, if you keep an extra receiver because you like that extra receiver, you're going to sacrifice another position.
And listen, I know we all like to talk a lot of shit about David Gettleman, but David Gettleman did have some gems when he said, look, you're not going to be able to have a ton of full depth at every position with the type of roster limits that you have. It's just not possible. So that's a good point. Go ahead, Deez.
Yeah, all I was going to say is that's where the experience of our coaching staff is in the wide receivers. So it makes sense that we would keep more wide receivers and develop them along the way. That's what Dave Canales was. That's what Brad Idzik was. That's what Rob Moore is now, wide receiver coaches. These guys know how to grow and develop wide receivers. Why do you think we drafted 2 of them and brought in Hunter Renfrow? We're trying to bulk up that room. We know that's what we're good at doing. We're going to build those guys and make them better. And if they don't, there's a serious problem. And Panthers fans need to take note of it. If we're seeing wide receivers not getting better, then there's a real bad problem going on. But that's not what we saw. We saw a UDFA and Jalen Coker that was brought in last year set the record for most rookie yards by UDFA in Panthers history. Let's not forget that the article that the professor wrote, the 5th best wide receiver in Panthers history, ? Ted Ginn. And when we're making statements like that, you got to know that we've got a special room this year and the right kind of coaching staff to make it happen. Keeping 7 makes sense when you're not planning on being a top 10 defense on the other side of the ball. You're planning on young guys making plays, and that's what it's looking like so far because we haven't brought those veterans in. So I think it's going to be 7 guys back there, and we should see growth and development throughout the season. If we don't, there's a problem in my mind.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Kurt Izzy, who says we also have those 5 protected practice.
No, we don't. No, we don't. That the protected practice squad slots only apply after you build your practice squad. Every person you cut has to go through waivers.
Waivers, yeah.
This is not Madden, folks. Stop thinking you add them to practice squad and they don't go nowhere else and nobody else gets an opportunity. And even if they're on the practice squad, if somebody wants them, the Panthers have to, and they can only, that protection label only applies for 5 weeks.
You're only
and then it expires for that person permanently.
You're only truly protected if you're on a 53. You're right, Pickle.
Right, because I said you can take. I'm going to throw an example, okay? I don't even know who to say. Let's hypothetically say Plummer, right? That 3rd string quarterback, just to pick a guy. Not saying they're going to do that, but just hypothetically speaking. Let's say they want to put Plummer. They want to put that protection status on Plummer. Well, then Plummer will only be protected 5 times you do that. For example, after week 6, the only way the Panthers can keep him is to put him on their 53. That's what they did last year. That's why they added him to the 53-man roster and never took him back off. They didn't want him to go nowhere. Yeah, and I've said that for several weeks now. David Moore would probably clear waivers and what's his name was in the chat earlier talking about trading receivers. Yo, let's stop the crap. Take away your top 3. No, add Jimmy Horn to that. Take away your top 4. Do you really think somebody's going to give you a lot for one of your other receivers?
Not really.
Yes.
I don't see who. I don't see. So who's going to give you what for Hunter Renfrow?
So that's what I was gonna say. Listen, so it's wise to keep 7 players, right? Because injuries happen, and if our guys are still intact, because we have good problems at wide receiver, if somebody calls for one of ours, then what are you going to give us for that guy? We ain't gonna just cut a receiver. But if he's out there balling,
my point that I'm trying to say politely and respectfully, I understand keeping that 7th guy development. I 100. You got 2 older wide receivers. I 100% respect that. Okay. What don't matter what he want. I want to be a billionaire, and I ain't gonna get it. Dude, don't matter what the fuck
don't give up, Pickle.
More wants. Anyway, let's be real. Let's be real. I come from the generation that has seen one injury to their offensive line fuck up their whole career, fuck up their whole team. Just one.
Amen, Pickle.
Pickle.
You're gonna make the offensive line short, so you can keep an extra guy hanging out at home in a t-shirt.
Well, we know for sure 3 guys that we want to keep on the line.
Ain't going to be
Brady
ain't going to be
Christensen.
playing anyway.
So
I'd love
those
to be that guy at home
there are
getting
three
$8 million
names.
in a
There are
t-shirt.
3 names that we have to keep on the O-line: Brady Christensen, Corbett, and Cade Mays. And one of those guys is going to be a starter. I think Cade Mays is probably going to be the starter due to the youth, due to the talent that he has. But I don't know, man. They might do some maneuvering around if they like, Josh Nyman or whatever. I don't know. I think that this year is such an important year for Bryce. I think they want enough of that wide receiver position versatility as possible. I still don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility that they do keep those 7 wide receivers, because if Hunter Renfrow does get cut, bro, he is not clearing the waiver wire.
He won't.
I'm sorry. There's no way.
Right. I was going to type all this, but I'm not. Kurt Izzy, right? I don't want to be
Kurt Izzy.
Izzy. Okay, excuse me. I'm sorry. Kurt Izzy. I understand what you're saying, but let's be real. David Moore, and I looked this up the other day. David Moore has cleared waivers 4 times in his NFL career. He was available in free agents for 2 months before we signed him. I know you like that, man. And David Canales thinks very highly of him. But but 31 other teams apparently don't think as much as David Canales does.
Hey, Cody, why do you say you think he's not going to clear waivers?
Because Hunter Renfrow is him. I'm
trying
to tell y'all. This wide receiver, he doesn't need to be a number 1 wide receiver. He doesn't need to be 6'4", running a 4.3. This dude is a demon in the flat. He'll catch everything that you throw at him. And teams, believe it or not, y'all listen to Derwin James, they have to game plan for him. When Hunter Renfrow is on the field, you have to have a plan of
the way he runs his
on how to
routes,
shut him down.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I just wanted to see if Cody was on thinking the same way I was. So I think absolutely, if there was some way that Hunter Renfrow or we was going to let him look, somebody would definitely take that dude, because listen, they're going to be like, the Panthers took all the risks. We see what he looked like in practice. We just didn't want to take a gamble. But now that we see what he's doing in fucking practice, man, a lot of motherfuckers would call for him.
Well, he was already getting calls before even
Chiefs
us.
will, because Rasheed Rice about to get suspended. Like, just people drooling for something.
Yeah, I'm on that train. I'm like, he making the team.
And that's what I want to see. I want to see that 4 wide receiver set, Jake, where you got XL and Tet on the outside, and then you have Adam Thielen and then Renfrow, 2 shifty guys on the inside. I think, we know Dave Canales will run that empty backfield and 5 wide receiver set, he ain't scared to do it, Jake.
Oh, we're gonna have, like, just to add on what you just said, we're gonna have multiple looks on offense. It's not just gonna have a tight end out there. We could definitely run 4 wide receiver sets. Absolutely, we don't have to have a tight end out there. And we're gonna have opportunities where we're gonna have 2 tight ends out there too. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna have different sets out there on offense. I'm looking forward to it because
I doubt double tight ends.
You don't like
I want it, but I doubt that Canales ain't.
Yeah. I don't think. Well, to add on to what you just said, Twan, I don't think we've really seen Canales' full playbook either. I think we're going to be surprised about what we're going to see on offense. And I've been saying it for months now that we still haven't yet to see his full playbook. And going back to what Pickle said a little while ago, I mean, this is off topic when he said Jack Plummer. Jack Plummer got Ethan Garbers the hell up on out of here. If y'all even remember who the hell he was here for like an ice cream cone and like a barbecue plate, and Jack Plummer's got him out of here.
Hey, look, I thought he got cut. That's funny though, because they were talking about on the radio about Garbers being on the team. Twan, I thought he already got cut. Jake's right on that. Go ahead, Twan.
He did.
The thing is that we cannot forget is this: that we can have the best receivers in the world, man. That shit is not gonna work until we establish that run game, bro. That run game has to be the key this year, bro. It's gonna set up all the other shit for the receivers, bro. You know, somebody told me earlier on another show was like, well, they're just gonna box it up, you know what I'm saying, and run the box on Bryce. I'm like, well, that'll be fucking stupid because Bryce Young found his legs last year. You put 8 in the box if you want to, then you'll see his ass running up the field on the sideline there. Do that. He figured out I got legs and I can run with these motherfuckers, bro. We seen him what he did with Atlanta. I don't know if y'all saw he ran that touchdown in him with the fucking Cardinals. He found out he got legs. So let them do that shit if they want to. But what Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard will contribute to this team, I'm telling the wide receivers are going to eat off of that shit, bro. It cannot be. Canales do not come out there throwing the ball on first down. Don't do that shit.
By the way, what did y'all make of a slim, trimmed down, shredded Chuba Hubbard, looking faster than ever before, looking strong? I feel like he knows he's got
nothing to say, man.
That he wants to prove.
I'm not allowed to comment. Bro. I'm not allowed to comment about.
I got nothing else to say, man. Hey, look.
Why not?
I keep telling these motherfuckers. Look, D-Money, I ain't got nothing to say, bro. Listen, Chuba out here looking like a fucking statue, bro.
That man looking like he's about to be in the next Marvel movie, Twan. I promise you.
Like Michelangelo carved him out or something.
That man look, hey, Paul Snowdini. This man out here looking like a Greek god.
Hercules.
Jake, you might need to leave for about 5 minutes. You need to calm down.
Hey, Cody, go take a shower. Go take a cold shower, bro.
No homo on this, but Cody, hey, pull up that picture where they showing him just walking up the field. Did y'all see this motherfucker's calves? You can break
he looks great. He's in really good shape. And the only way I know to put it is don't be standing on the tracks when you see a light coming towards you from the end of the tunnel because you're about to get run over by the train because the train is a coming. Guys, I'm telling you right now.
Bam. Look at that dude.
Shout out to the new strength coach, Cody.
Shredded to the gills, bro.
Yeah, shout out to that new strength coach.
Yeah, you heard what I said.
Apparently knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
that's a 1,000-yard rusher right there, boys.
Chisel.
That's a 1,000-yard rusher right there, boys.
Top five this year.
I think Sean Robinson's gonna make a move with the way he looks right now.
And Chuba's the starter, just locked in starter. Dowdle is the backup.
He's like a power line.
And then Trevor.
It's power.
Sleep on Trevor.
Right, and Chuba ain't planning to give that position up.
They're gonna run a lot of.
You wild, Sea-Dog.
They're gonna run a lot of.
Everybody has their opinion, even if it's wrong.
Oh, I know. I'm not. No disrespect to that.
Chuba isn't better than Dowdle.
Yes,
But how about this?
Well, I mean,
whatever you believe,
It was last
it's a
year.
good
Yeah,
problem
yeah.
to have both of them, isn't it?
Dabble was
Oh, it
so
is.
good
It
for
really
the
is.
Cow. Dabble was so good for the Cowboys to let his ass walk, so they can bring in Miles Sanders.
Why you gotta pick two players that play on the same team against each other?
And they're probably on good terms.
I would love to have that answer, Twan, but
Fans do
there's
it
a
all the
lot of
time.
Panther
Dumb as
fans
shit, bro.
who
Fans
love
do it all
to
the
do
time.
that.
receivers too.
Chuba ain't better than Dowdle. I don't give a fuck who's the best this year.
They're teammates. They don't care either. As long as
There
you
is
walk
going
away
to be
with a
some games
W.
where Dowder's better. There's going to be some games where
Hey,
Chuba's better.
Twan,
That's
let me
like
ask you
football.
something, man.
All this
Cody, you
training
too.
bullshit.
Maybe I've got all this wrong. If you're the starting running back and the third string running back, and you lose a game, does not the loss mean the same to the starters it does to the backup?
It's the same. We
Oh,
didn't
this
win.
thing's just as bad. I cried harder when I sat on the bench
Absolutely.
versus playing.
That's what I always thought.
Mm-hmm.
See, no, that was a silly ass fucking thing to say. Chuba's not better than Dowdle.
So Kurt Izzy says 3 running backs instead of 4, 3 tight ends instead of 4.
Yeah,
Gives room for the extra wide receivers.
Watch out for
No,
Evans.
that's no, there's not. I'm done. Never mind. I'm done talking about it. Forget it. If you sit down and you figure all this up, you'll find yourself that makes no excuse because you've already done that.
But I mean,
You've already done that.
backs.
You're keeping 2 quarterbacks, 3 running backs, no fullbacks because we don't use them anymore. You'll keep hypothetically 7 receivers. All right, you're going to keep 3 tight ends. You're going to keep 9 offensive line,
3 backs,
and then you're going to keep. That's what I already said. And then you're going to keep 5 defensive linemen. You're going to keep 4 edge rushers, 4 inside linebackers, 5 corners, and 4 safeties, a long snapper, a punter, and a kicker. That gives you 52 players.
You wrote that down, didn't you?
No, it gives you 54 players. I've done it 4 times this week alone.
But wait a minute, hold on. Why 8 or why 9?
Caught one of them backers, baby.
Why couldn't we run
Because
with
we've
8?
kept 9 offensive linemen for 5 years or 6 years.
Well, considering that between Corbett,
I mean, like I said before,
Austin, Corbett,
you can always
and
knock
Brady
an offensive lineman down. You can always knock an offensive line and keep an extra receiver. That's what I said earlier. Going through the list of all these is
But I do think the 8 will do.
I used to
though.
make videos doing this shit.
If we have our starting, if we have our starting 5, so let's just say that Cade Mays is the starting center, right? Then you have Corbett and Brady Christensen. So that's 5, 6, 7 right there.
Right.
Add in Yoshi Jim, and that's 8. I kind of think that we could roll with 8.
I'm not saying we can't. I do it on Madden all the time. I'm just simply stating if you want to keep 7, you got to, like I said before, you've got to cut another position shorter than you normally do. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
and let's be real. I want a show of hands of everybody in the chat and on this panel right now who really thinks Austin Corbin's going to stay healthy all year.
I'm not raising my hand.
I'm hoping.
I don't know. It depends on if he's a full-time starter.
Hoping don't mean nothing.
It depends on if he's a
Everybody
full-time
hopes it.
starter or not, Pickle.
Cody.
Go ahead, Jake.
Nah, I mean, just to add on what you said, I mean, that does have a lot to do with it. If he's a full-time starter, I absolutely ain't raising my hand. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to wish no injury on anybody. I've said it multiple times before. But if I'm being completely honest, do I expect him 17 games, a full season to be healthy? Absolutely not. I just don't. I'm sorry.
And you know, it was brought up to me the other day, and I looked on Twitter, and I looked into it. Austin Corbett played 5 games at center his entire career. 5. He's only played 5 games at center his whole career.
Still didn't do too bad though.
And he didn't look good. But y'all, all 5 of them were quarterback. The
Hold on,
quarterback.
man, you don't think that Corbett looked good at center?
He did look good. He did look good at center. He did.
Yeah, I thought
He
he did.
He got. And I know a lot of people don't look into PFF, but he had some good PFF ratings.
Yeah,
for the
that's
game
what I'm
as well.
saying. Like Brady could
2
just see
games?
Corbett and Cade Mays
Cody,
did look pretty
Cody,
good
allow
for a
me,
little
man,
bit.
because I don't know.
Go
I'm
ahead,
tired
Cole.
of this
Go
shit.
ahead.
Go ahead, Cole. I know what you're
Back-to-back
about to
years
say.
of less than 300. Back-to-back years of less than 300 fucking snaps. Why is he listed as the number 1 starter right now? I'm offended. It should be fucking
No,
Mays,
Because
Christensen.
the coaches don't make your
not
depth
a
chart.
lot of them do.
And
Even Cade Mays doesn't have a ton of snaps. Like they're all depending
I
on
don't
what they
care who you
did
put there.
last
Put an
year
able-bodied there.
and
I
how
want him
good
first.
they did or didn't look last year.
I agree, Panthro 74. I agree 100%.
Hey, let me welcome in some people to the Friday Free for All. First up, we got the homie G Baby back in the building. G, talk to me, bro. What's good?
What's good with you, bro?
Chilling, man. Where you at? You always look like you're in the back of a 7-Eleven or something.
No, I'm in the garage, G.
All right, I feel you. Yeah, and we got my man Poppin from the Black Cat Panther Podcast. Poppin, what's up, bro?
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. Praise him. All right, man.
That's Jimmy Horn saying, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. Hey, so where y'all want to start? Y'all want to start with running backs, or y'all want to go to receiver? That y'all want to jump on? I'm gonna let Pop and G Baby go first.
Okay. Backs.
G Baby, I'll let G Baby go first. Go ahead, G Baby.
G Baby, what you want to talk about? That running back position. So, one of your best friends, my man C Dog, said that Chuba Hubbard. What he said? He said Chuba's the weakest link on our offense.
Man,
That's sort of wild to me,
I'm about,
bro.
yeah, I'm gonna call it a night.
Come on, C Dog.
Hey, that's C Dog. That ain't me, G. I didn't say that shit.
Both
Dude,
y'all
You got it rushed for 1,200 yards.
Who said that?
Double-digit touchdowns, D's. Double-digit touchdowns.
Hey, G Baby, but both of y'all niggas like attention. Both of y'all say wild ass shit.
Is he lying?
I
About
don't
the
know if
weakest
it's
part of the
But
offense?
Chuba is the weakest link. Man, get the
Yeah.
that is
Chuba's
pretty
got
wild.
1,000 yard rushing. Hey, it's nice to have Rico and Trevor Etienne.
900 the year before.
Bro, what's with the disrespect to Chuba, bro?
I
I don't
don't-
understand.
All right. Let's have all this out. Everybody
These niggas like attention, bro.
say your weakest link on offense,
On offense,
position by position. Yeah.
Right now, just
Just
probably
go.
whoever plays center. Just because
outside
it's
of
an unknown.
outside of quarterback, because I don't want that to be.
Oh, no.
I don't want
Go
that
ahead,
to be
add that
argument.
in there.
Yeah. I say the weakest.
Tight end room for me.
Me, I would say tight end room.
Yep. And it's mainly, it's not even the players, it's because it's not used enough. The tight end room is not used enough for Canals. 20 was said it's not been used enough. If it was used enough, then we could really say, like, maybe be a different opinion. But I think it's tight end room.
Why was it not used enough?
I don't know why Canales keeps running.
I don't know.
Tight
That's a
ends
good
if he
question
ain't
for
gonna use
Canales.
I mean, who here has watched tape?
I watched tape with you.
That tight end runs all the time.
And they be open too. And they was open. You're exactly right.
Last year.
Nah,
Who throws the ball? Who throws the ball? Cole.
Pickle, tread lightly because you're
No.
Hold on, pickle.
Hold on,
Tread lightly because you're throwing somebody else underneath the bus. I see what you're doing here.
I know what I'm doing, dude. 100%.
Pickle ain't scared.
That's what he does, though. Pop, that's what he does.
Pickle don't give a fuck today. I've been beaten up by the head and told I'm a Bryce hater, so I'm going to throw Bryce under the bus because G Baby likes it better that way. That's what he wants. He wants me. So let's put it this way: the weakest link is the guy who's only 5'10" and wants to play quarterback. Because Sanders was open a shitload last year.
Oh, we
Well,
gotta
you
stop
go-
tearing.
Nobody threw him the ball.
Let me just say this. Can we stop tearing down our own?
No,
These are our people, bro.
because you know what? As long as G Baby as low as G baby.
Let me say this, bro. Just because G Baby and C-Dog never give Chuba the respect that he deserves,
I'm gonna go get my jersey. Shit.
it doesn't mean that we can't say that Bryce is in for a big time year this year. And I do think that he is. I think that they're both in for a big time year.
Cody, we're going off of what we already know. We don't know what Bryce is going to do this year. So it's Cap and C-Dog.
Who said that? Is that Pop?
Bryce,
Yeah, hold on. Hold up. Hey, G-Baby, listen to me. How many yards has Bryce Young thrown in 2025?
Hey, have you ever heard any about? No, hold on. Let me tell you, Bob. I'm going to tell you right now.
How many yards did he throw? He hasn't thrown a single yard
Listen,
yet.
Pop, it ain't about where you're from. It's about where you're at, G. I don't care what fucking Bryce did last year, bruh. We talking about this year, player. I ain't living in the past. I ain't living in the past, G. But what I do know is Bryce about to have a great year. Bryce about to have a great year.
But look where I'm going with it. Where I'm going with it, what I'm saying is there is no way anybody can say that Chuba is the weakest link on this offense.
Your ass
And
don't go to games.
actually, people could say it's Icky. People could say
No,
Icky.
hell no. Hell no.
Okay. All right.
I'm taking Icky over fucking Chuba, bruh. Icky a top 10 pick. Icky a top 10 pick. Icky still got room to improve.
We talking about the weakest link.
You're a troll, bro.
Talking about the weakest link.
What is him being a
Icky's
top
not the
10
weakest
pick?
link, bruh.
G-Baby, what is
G-Baby,
that?
All Icky gotta do. All Icky gotta do is work on that pass protection a little bit more, and we got ourselves a complete left tackle, bruh.
Chuba is the weakest link.
You said 1,000-yard back is the weakest link.
He's got 1,000 yard in 5 years, bruh.
The year before he had 994. What's 6 yards?
That's not 1,000, G. That's not 1,000.
Oh my God, boy.
Before this offseason, you could have said the safety room as well.
But at the beginning of last season, none of you guys wanted Chuba here, bro. All y'all wanted him gone, and now they're like, "Come on, man, I ain't falling for y'all shit, bro."
I know two people that didn't want to go. That was me and fucking Cody.
Chuba should be thankful for
I'm
Miles
not
Sanders.
saying
I'll
that.
tell y'all that.
You know where I stand with Chuba, but I cannot say that he's the weakest link on the team. Like, that's crazy.
He ain't even weak. He shouldn't even be put in that fucking category.
Rico taking his spot by week 1. Rico fucking Rico a dog, bro.
That's what you said about that injury prone Brooks. You run your lip all off season, and
Rico gonna have that.
He was out there.
Rico gonna have 1,000 yards.
That's it.
Hey, G-Baby, let me ask you this.
Rico got that home run fucking hitting fucking speed. I like that shit.
Wow.
You know Hunter Renfrow is making this team, don't you?
Hunter Renfrow is not making this team. David Moore is making this team, not Hunter Renfrow. Dude, David Moore is Bryce Young's most consistent target, dog. Every third down, who did Bryce Young go to? David fucking Moore. He caught the ball every goddamn time, bro.
Let me go back to what he said about Rico. G-Baby, he had this conversation after the show.
I'm taking David Moore, bro, and that's Dave Canal's guy.
Is Rico Dowdle going to be on this team next year, G-Baby? Remember, he's 28 years old. Is he going to be on this team after this year? Remember, I remind you, he's 28 years old. So,
no.
He's not. That's why he's a one-year deal.
Hey, but if he has a great season, I don't mind giving him another extra year or two.
Yeah, you ain't Brandon Tillis either.
He's not going to want a 1 or 2 year deal.
Hey, listen up. I put up a poll.
But he is getting older. He is.
Who will be the center for the Carolina Panthers this year? Cade Mays, Austin Corbett, or Brady Christensen? So y'all hit up that poll.
I would take Brady Christensen over fucking Cade Mays any fucking day of the week to start, bro.
It's whoever shows up in practice the best, man. That's
like, goddamn, if Austin Corbett's not the center, I don't want fucking Cade Mays underneath the fucking quarterback, damn it. I'd rather take Brady fucking Christensen, damn it.
What you want don't matter. It ain't never mattered to the Panthers. I don't know why you think it's going to matter in the future.
Your ass don't get to make the decisions.
What is Cade Mays done to you, bro?
Every training camp, Cade Mays is on his fucking back in the fucking military because they're getting fucked.
He went to Tennessee, Cody. Hey, put him up. That's the only reason why he went to Tennessee.
That's the only reason.
Cade Mays is not a good center, bro.
All I want to say is that
he's the only true center on this damn roster because Austin Corbett is a guard, not a center. And Brady Christensen is a tackle, not a center.
All right, let me go to Twan.
So listen to this, man. I don't even want to say this shit because every time G-Baby says some shit, I be want to take back. Okay, so the thing with Bryce Young is this. He was one of the best fucking quarterbacks over the last 10 games in the NFL last year. You guys cannot look past that. The facts, the fuck G-Baby, but the facts is the facts. He was one of the best quarterbacks over the last 10 games of the season. I didn't make this up. He was top 5.
But all those things are true, man. Bryce Young was
10 games left.
But look. This is what it is, bro. Nobody's taking away from Bryce Young what he was able to do at the end of the year last year. Nobody's taking away Chuba and his 1,000 yards. But to me, that's the end of that's 17-game season. That's the end. Whatever.
That's more than half of the season.
What I'm saying is, he deserves all the credit for what he did. Same thing with Chuba Hubbard being a 1,000-yard rusher. Same thing with Cade Mays being a top-rated center, according to PFF when he played. Like, we got some dogs on this team.
I want all the dudes to do well, bro.
We got what we got, Cody, and let's just keep it 100. We have some unproven players. Okay? But when we talk about Chuba, like I said, I'm not the biggest Chuba fan as far as when I look at the list of running backs that we have. But like I said, every position is a standard that has been set. But Chuba does his job. I've seen countless games when the box has been stacked, 8 guys in the box, he's still getting you a first down.
No, it's because he's got a great offensive line, bro. He's got gorillas in front of him pushing the fucking pocket, dude.
Listen, bro. I don't care. Listen, you could say you got a great offensive line, but there's 8 men going against 5.
Yeah.
He's doing his job, bro. He's doing his job. I'm not about to call him the greatest running back.
He what Rico does behind this line.
Saquon Barkley runs behind the best offensive line in the fucking league. I guess Saquon Barkley ain't shit.
Saquon was him before he got to Philly.
Okay,
Saquon Barkley was him when he got
the best offensive line in the league, bro.
But to get back to my point, we can't say that Chuba hasn't proven anything because he's already done.
Turn around, Jake.
You could tell he can get 1,000 yards. You also can tell that the offensive line is good. So I'm not really questioning the offensive line too much. You might have one guy stronger than the other, but the tight end room is unproven. That is a fact. Yeah, nobody in the tight end room has done nothing. Trumbull, JT just got there, and then we just got what's his name from Notre Dame. None of them are proven.
Those guys are great young tight ends, though.
That is the weakest link in our offense. There's no way you can argue that.
There you go. Hey, put it up close.
Yeah, I mean, I really like. I kind of agree with what Kurt Izzy said earlier.
Bryce is unproven too. So, I throw him in there too.
I think we're gonna have 3 tight ends on the roster this year: Jatavion Sanders, Tommy Tremble, and Mitchell Evans. I don't think the dude that we just signed is gonna make the team.
You said tight ends?
Yeah, tight ends. I think
there's only 3 on our team worth playing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Do we even need more?
Hell no, we don't need.
No, we only had 3. Well, we not counting injuries. We only had 3 last year.
Yeah.
We only kept adding them because we kept getting injured.
You remember
hold on, Twan. Wait, hold on, Twan. Let me get D-Money in here. D-Money, jump in on this, bro.
Well, my thing when it comes to Chuba, I can be the first one to admit when that man got there, I wasn't the biggest fan. But if we be honest, that's when he was fumble prone. There was a lot of issues with Chuba early on. The respect that I have for Chuba now was the work that he put in, the grind that he put in, that he made himself 1 year 994 rushing yards, then go back the next year and improve to 1,000 yards. I think anybody who's a fan of a team, I don't matter what the position group is, when you see a guy within his tenure end up advancing and becoming better and developing into a running back that you can at least count on during your season, that's something that you have to give respect for. As far as how long Chuba can continue and maintain it, hey, who knows? For me, if we're staying within the spirit of the conversation of weakest player or weakest, I would have to say it comes after you take J.C. Horn out of the secondary. Once you take J.C. Horn out that secondary, yes, Mike Jackson played well for us, but, nobody's really writing home to their mom about Mike Jackson. And then Shaw Smith-Wade is unproven. And we done went and got the Swilling guy that, his biggest known to fame was swinging with George Pickens or whatever. I mean, it's just little things like that. And, we know the room is underdeveloped, just like you can make that argument for the linebacker room. My man said the tight end room, you can make that case. But Jatavian, before he fell on the top of his head, showed some flashes in that tight end room that I don't even really call that position like really a weak area for us. We just got to get them on the field. And even with Trumbull stayed hurt more.
We was only talking about offense.
My bad.
They said on offense.
Well, even with the offense, I'll say the tight end room. I can say that. I can say the tight end room, but I'm just not saying that it's just that dramatically weak. It's probably the weakest of what we got in the offense. Yeah, I can agree with that. But I think from what we saw with Sanders, the tight end room, I don't know if it's ability more than availability, because Trumbull has stayed hurt a major part of his career. Sanders was getting going, then he got dropped on the top of his head. And let's not even talk about.
If you get hurt, does that mean you unproven?
If you haven't done nothing before you got hurt, yeah, you're unproven.
Hey, Cody, I sent you a screenshot.
He got like 300 yards.
If you don't mind.
Hold on.
So let me show something real quick. So this is Chuba Hubbard, right? Y'all see in 2021, 612 yards. In 2022, he fell back because he got injured. That's why he ran for 466. 2003, 902, almost 1,000 yards. 2024, you see what is the pattern? What's the pattern there, Cody? That every year he's doing what?
He got better.
Rushing for more yards.
He looks like he's been
better and better and better
and
better.
Career for running back, ain't he?
Better and better every single year, bro. And I'm telling you, this year he's gonna have the best year of his career, man. He's lighter. He's looking strong.
Hey, that's one more piece of chicken in the fridge.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
All right, let me go warm it up.
And he's catching the ball a lot better now, too, bro.
He is, Swan. He really is.
He has the drops
And I tell you another thing he got better at is blocking.
Yeah, that's primarily why they got Rico Dowdle, because Rico Dowdle going to do more of the catching out of the backfield, bro. And plus, they're going to put Rico Dowdle in a lot of running back screen situations. But
guys are doing the whole fucking game. I need a running back that's a third down that could do it all, bro.
That's Chuba. That's Chuba.
No, it's not.
Oh, here we go.
Man, you must not never been a Panthers fan before.
Shit, Twan. Bro, there's no game goes by where Chuba drops a fucking pass, Twan. What are we talking about?
So who's gonna tell him
that? That's bullshit. He doesn't drop a pass every game.
So who's gonna tell him that he had D'Angelo and Jonathan Stewart, that they were two different types of backs who did two different things, bro?
Jonathan Stewart could do everything. D'Angelo could do everything. We've only had one generational back in Carolina history, and that was Christian fucking McCaffrey, dog. That's it.
Yeah,
that man got Achilles tendonitis in both legs right now.
And he couldn't do everything. He couldn't run it up the middle.
I mean, I ain't kind of starting the argument, but we know who the most unproven is. But hey, what do I know?
I mean, I think that's the thing. I don't think that we're in here trying to compare Chuba Hubbard to saying that he's the greatest back in Carolina Panthers history. At least I'm certainly not saying that. I'm just saying he's set to have a good season in 2025. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying he's better than J-Stu. I'm not saying that Chuba is better than D'Angelo Williams. But and even like athletically gifted, he's not better than T-Mac. Or CMC, I'm sorry. You're absolutely right, G-Baby, athletically. But the fact of the matter is, in yards, he'll probably surpass CMC this year to be fourth all time.
Because
I don't think he'll
heading
never pass Cam or anything, but
if you can't stay on the field, and that's C-Mac, if y'all ass can't stay on the field, you can't prove shit.
Right. 100% right. Don't matter how good you are if you can't stay on the field. It doesn't matter.
You guys have been so fucking used to just average running back play ever since Christian McCaffrey just fucking left that.
Look.
1,000
yards is not average.
Chuba's not even a fucking Mike Tolbert, bruh. Chuba's not even a Stephon Davis, bruh.
Wait, you said Mike Tolbert?
And Tolbert played fucking fullback like could be a running back in the backfield.
That's why nobody takes you serious, bro.
Well, stop it.
When you say shit like that, nobody takes you serious.
Stop it.
It's motherfucking Mike Tolbert.
Mike Tolbert was an all-pro fucking fullback, bruh.
Yeah, but Tolbert never rushed for 1,000 yards for the Panthers, and Chuba
he
rushed
didn't have
for
10
1,200
touchdowns either.
last
He
year.
didn't have 10 touchdowns either.
That's right.
1,200 yards is not average.
Ball out of the backfield. Chuba don't do that shit.
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
He does now.
Yes, he does. You just don't watch it.
What sounds ridiculous to me is that I'm not going in this year worried about Chuba Hubbard. Like, he's not on my radar. He's not on my radar. I know he's not on none of y'all radar either. As far as, we got to worry about him. Is he gonna perform? He's not. We know who we worried about performing. So let's get off of Chuba's nuts.
It ain't Chuba.
I'm just saying.
I won't nowhere near that man nuts.
I'm glad you wasn't.
I hope Chuba wears a T-shirt saying, "Bruh."
Hey, I'm gonna let the
maybe it was the fumble. Maybe it was the fumble versus the Bucks, and like fans just really hold that against him. And I get that. Maybe that's it, because fans hold that against XL with that game versus the Eagles that dropped. So I mean, maybe that's what it is. But big impact moments at the end of the game, D-Money, it just sticks out to fans and it lives in their hearts. And they just know that day that player let them down. Maybe that's what it is, brother.
Time out. Before y'all go, hold on. Let me just put a cap on the poll. I put up a poll. Says who is the starting center for the Panthers this year? Cade Mays has 65% of the vote. 65. That's a lot of the vote, bro. So Cade Mays seems to be the odds-on favorite to be the center this year, man. Go ahead, Bill.
No, I've talked to a lot of fans, heard a lot of fans. Nobody dislikes Chuba and thinks Chuba sucks. No Panther fan that I've chatted with. Now, nobody's saying that he's the best in the league. Nobody's going to say that. There might be a few out there that say that, but that's okay. You know, nobody's out saying that. They're just saying for what we have and what we want to do, Chuba fits and Chuba's here and Chuba's the best in this room right now. Now, if Rico wants to take Chuba's job, I'm all for it. Let Rico go out there and do it. Till it happens, Chuba's our starter, and I'm good with that. Now, the only person I've ever heard show a lot of disrespect for Chuba Hubbard is G Baby. He's the only one that I've ever heard. Well, C-Dog, but it's almost
what's the issue with having 2,000-yard backs that can get the job done?
I know, buddy.
Even if you don't like one of them, you should have peace that you got two backs that you know can produce that type of performance. You don't have to love either one of them, but you can love them collectively, in my opinion. And then if ETN finds his footing, and then you kind of have like this two-headed monster with a third head starting to grow, that's even better. I just kind of find it just kind of wild when everybody is wanting the Panthers to go in this certain direction, right? And having 2,000-yard backs, having different weapons with this offense. You should be ecstatic and you should be happy, regardless if this man's not your cup of tea or this player is not your cup of tea. I've been a fan of teams who have won championships, and there have been players on that team that I could give a damn less about. But they did whatever they had to do for our squad to win, so they had my respect. And for me, I don't really get outraged about anybody's opinion about any player. But what gets under my skin when it's just an outwardly disrespect of that player, then I'm sitting here like, come on, bro, that ain't even necessary.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Let's not get too emotional in it. But my whole point is I just don't even see where there's a bad thing when you have two dudes that rushed for over 1,000 yards. One had multi-digit touchdowns. I just think the room looks bright. We can see far down the road with the flashlight we got with them two dudes.
Absolutely. Hey, before we go any further, man, let me just remind y'all the C3 Panthers podcast is on kick.com. We're only 2 followers away from 20 where we get to monetize our account. Please follow us on kick.com/C3 Panthers Pod.
20 people?
And that's all you need, man. That's what I'm saying. Kick is the shit, dude.
You gotta kick it with the kick, baby.
Kick it with the kick. And by the way, if you have a Kick account, have our stream up in the background so that way the viewers, it gets a little bit higher. That puts our stream into the algorithm for more people to notice. But shout out Mr. Beef Toes. Shout out Jelly Bean Dean.
That's my boys right there.
Yeah, shout out to the guys rocking strong on Kick.
Interesting names right there.
We appreciate y'all, man. But that's kick.com/C3 Panthers Pod, all one word. That helps us out tremendously. We appreciate y'all, boys.
2 things, Cody. 2 things.
Yeah, man.
Number 1, this is what I don't fucking, and me and Pickle talked about this one day. This is what I hate about fucking fans. Whenever you could do what these guys do on the basketball court, on the football field, ice hockey, I don't give a fuck what it is. Until you can do what they do, shut the fuck up. It's easy to criticize a motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, the Carolina Panthers got enough motherfuckers hating on us than to have our own fans hating on us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, G baby, my thing is, I gave you your credit. I've come around to Bryce Young. Why won't you have that same vision, bro, about what we can be? I get it. I'm not Bryce Young king shit on your level.
All right, hold on one second, Twan. Hold on, Twan. G baby, let me add to that. What would it take this season for you to give Chuba the credit that we feel like he deserves? What do you want to see from Chuba?
Chuba ain't gonna next year. It's not gonna happen, especially with Rico in the backfield now.
5,000 rushing yards.
Not gonna
Hey
happen.
boys, y'all cover me for a sec. I'll be right back.
It'll take Jesus coming back for that man to switch to Chuba, bro.
Chuba's not gonna get 1,000 yards this year. I just don't see it, especially with Rico on 3rd down.
Rico's not gonna get as many fucking targets as Chuba. He's
He
the 2 back.
And we don't see. I gotta see what's happening throughout training.
Look, even with that great competition we have, Chuba still had more fucking yards than him last year.
More touchdowns as well. Way
We
more.
run the ball. What are you talking about?
So
More yards per carry too.
We're behind in so many fucking games, bro.
I just don't understand why we gotta pit our own players against each other. Why can't they just both do well? I think that they can both get.
I think they
1,000
will.
yards this year.
Yeah, especially if we run it like I want them to.
I love the two running back system, especially remember Smash Dash. Remember in 2003 when we had those running backs back there. You know, look, bro, that's been Carolina Panthers DNA. We just got away from that shit somewhere, man. And then when Chris McCaffrey brought his ass over here and decided he wanted to be the only back in the backfield.
And we don't even have to go 2 backs. We can go 3 backs with ETN. ETN's gonna get some looks too. He's gonna get some carries.
Not this year, he ain't.
You don't think you don't think you'll get any carries at running back?
Nah, they gotta just develop him. That's what you get depth for. Develop him.
I think that's why. If you think about it, toward the end of the year, they used Blackshear and Miles a little bit more than they really needed to. And I think
Yeah.
that's why they used him, because they wanted to see if they had a future. And it was clearly, obviously, that they can't. While Blackshear was a good returner, he doesn't offer you any value as a running back, and they don't want to waste a roster spot on just a returner. They wanted an added value. They wanted a returner who could also help at receiver, or a returner who could be the first, or a returner who could at least be a second string running back. So I think sometime this year Trevor will get some carries, but until for the first part of the year, most of it's going to go to Chuba and Rico. But you'll see probably closer to November, I would say, or December. But go ahead, DC.
I was going to say, in some ways, you're tooling that offense, Pickle, with those returners that can do multiple things. One in Jimmy Horn, and the other one in ETN. You're tooling that offense in a way that it's allowing the defense to experiment with more guys, bring more guys in, see who's going to make plays, see who's going to develop. And I think that's what kind of the goal was. With a guy like Blackshear, like you said, he was like kind of one-dimensional offense. Like he was a decent returner for us, not a good one, a decent returner for us. But now you're bringing in two guys that can develop in their positions, whether it be a running back or the wide receiver position, Jimmy Horn and ETN. So I like the way that's heading, and it also plays into the strengths of this offensive line, having that multi-headed back, almost a three-headed monster, if we can get to that point. Because, like I said earlier, Robert Hunt struggled a little bit in the running, in the pass blocking last year, but his run blocking was out of this world. And the same thing for Akim. Akim's always been a road grader, a great left tackle run blocker. And we're playing to the strength of this offense by bolstering up that halfback room. And it makes sense to me what direction we're going here. And I'm kind of hoping that we see a little bit of ETN this year besides just returning kicks.
Well, see, where you'll see him at these is like this. You put Horn and whoever, like the new guys in, like hopefully we'll be in some situations where the game is won. Like we up 14 with like 3 minutes to go or some shit like that. Then you put those guys in for the remainder of the game, that garbage time, to see if they can make a play or two. You know what I'm saying? But as far as, and then that's how some guys gain their recognition. Like you go out there, make some plays. That's when the coaches get confidence in you or whatever. So that's when ETN will get in the game. But as far as guys, if you got 2,000-yard backs, that's who the fuck you're going to run. And then if ETN, does his thing, look, when you get your opportunity, that's when you have to seize that shit. So we'll be ahead by some games this year, so much where we can get some of those guys in on some garbage time to see what they got.
That'd really hurt my feelings if the offense ran up the score, Juan. That would really, really hurt my feelings if we ran up on somebody.
I want Bryce Young to not have to finish every game this year. I want to see him on the sideline cheering, clapping up with these guys because the game is already wrapped up.
That's crazy, right?
That's blowouts.
Right. Yeah. So check this out, Pop. So Bryce Young has 5 game-winning drives in the final drive of the game. 5 of them already. And the Panthers have only won 7 games in the last 2 years. So that tells you everything you need to know. We need to take that pressure off of Bryce Young in a lot of ways. And that's why it seems like they invested so much, not only into the offensive line, but into the wide receiver room and the halfback room as well. Because naturally, that's what this line does. We run block better than we pass block right now. Let's play to our strengths and not put Bryce in a situation each and every week where, hey, man, go out here and win the game for us. That's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Trevor Etienne play more than what we think. Because I don't think that they're particularly just going to count on Jimmy Horn to be the punt returner and the kick returner. I think they're going to share responsibilities doing both.
Special teams, yeah.
On special teams. So, both of the guys will get runs of having the spotlight, being able to do that. I think that kid Chacina, I know he's fast, but he's probably gonna be cut. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on PUP, I
Black
think.
Shift here, he's probably gonna be cut.
And let me ask y'all this. I appreciate y'all for holding it down for me. I did want to move the conversation to this a little bit because I've been seeing a lot of people, a lot of big-time NFL accounts, they're posting clips left and right of our boy T-Mac. They're saying that he is a potential offensive rookie of the year candidate. Now, my prediction for T-Mac this year has been 7 touchdowns at around 700 yards. Have I been too low in my assessment?
All right, said mine, Cody.
Could he have even more than that this year? Y'all talk to me about the excitement following T-Mac right now.
1,010 yards for Nalo, T-Mac. Touchdown-wise, I'm probably around 7 or 8. But yeah, he's breaking Kelvin Benjamin's rookie receiving yards. In my opinion.
I like that. I like that. I really, that's good. I really do like that.
A lot of talent at wide receiver, bro. I don't think he gonna get all that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But he'd pretty much have to get most looks that way. So that would mean to me XL doesn't have that many yards. That means Jimmy Hart Jr. is probably not heavily involved. And he takes catches from Adam, or we're not running it that well. One of them. To me.
Hold up, get ready for whatever we're about to hear. G baby, what were you saying?
Extra Lotion ain't gonna have more than another 400-yard fucking season again, bro.
Wait, who? XL? You said?
Extra Lotion.
Extra Lotion.
Wow. All right. What about T-Mac?
What was that, Cody?
I said, what about T-Mac?
I like Nola. I've always said that Nola was going to have 700 yards this year, so I do agree with you with the 700 yards.
All right.
I think the 1,000-yard receiver on this team is obviously Adam Thielen. It's always Adam Thielen. We can always depend on fucking Big Adam to come through.
I'm gonna push back on that, G baby. I'm sorry. I think there's only going to be 1,000-yard wide receiver on this team, and I think it's going to be your boy T-Mac.
I agree, sir.
I really don't give a fuck who get it, as long as we win.
Hey, man, the more time goes on.
I don't care who gets how many yards or touchdowns, as long as each game we walk out with a W.
XL might not have 1,000 yards, but it's gonna be a significantly better year.
I would give a lot for us to totally destroy Atlanta in one game. I mean, obliterate City. I mean, 50-0.
Well, you don't know how bad I want that.
And I was listening to a show the other day, and you know what? I would love for T-Mac to get over 1,000 yards, because that means that Red Swarm loses a bet. Now, I'm all for that shit.
We're winning.
I like that too.
That hating gonna cost him a lot of money this year, bro. Woo. Hey, let's
I mean,
that football.
But Nalo, I'm excited about Nalo. Nalo, how you want to call him? No, I'm excited about the kid. I think he's gonna, make an impact in this offense. But like I said, I feel like him and XL will be a 1-2. Thielen and Renfro added along with it. I just think it's gonna be the ball will be distributed just all over the place. No Diddy, no Baby Oil. Just gonna be balls everywhere. And I think that it's gonna benefit everybody. And I think that's gonna be part of the reason why you're probably not gonna just have an individual receiver at 1,000 yards. You might have one that's close to 1,000 yards. But I think that ball is going to be flying everywhere, and a whole lot of guys are going to be receiving. And That's why it's not going to be just like loaded to one person's stat sheet. I just feel like there could be one game that's going to be like the Excel game. There's going to be the game that's the Nilo game. Then it'll be the Thielen and Renfro did the big things for us to win a close game. Or it might be because of tight end play from the Evans kid or Sanders, maybe even Tommy. Who knows? I just feel that basically what Dave and the offensive coordinator going to do is set the table for plays, and then the guys have just got to go out there and make the plays, in my opinion.
Man,
Look at that background.
Who is Nalo?
That's his nickname. That's the name he likes.
Whose nickname?
Nalo. That's T-Mac, Tataroa.
Man, look.
Yeah, his mom.
Hey, stop confusing my ass on this motherfucker, man. Call that motherfucker T-Mac, bro.
Hey, listen, I don't care if you call him T-Mac.
Hey, tell D. I know what D's about to say.
Hey, look, bro.
Let's.
I don't care if you call him T-Mac. I don't care if you call him Nalo. I just want to call him a superstar, man.
If I want to call him Clay, I'm gonna call him Clay.
Tight, bro.
Hey, D-Money, if that's
Cody,
his nickname from his mama, you don't get to say that shit.
Real quick, not to change the subject or anything. I just want to shout out DeMonte Richardson, who has looked the part in camp.
Damani.
Damani. Yeah, he looks like he's stealing that starting safety spot, and I'm all for it. I love those stories.
Let me bring that
he
up.
looks the part. He's a leader. He's literally has taken a leadership role.
All because he had a couple of picks, Pickle?
No, CG baby. When I said he's taking a leadership role, is because that's what the head coach said, and that's what the other safety beside him said. If you watch all the interviews and you really pay attention to the pressers, you'll find out that he's becoming a leader and he'll be a starter. Yeah, you might not like it, but to be honest, like I said earlier, they don't care whether you like shit or not.
They did speak highly. They did speak very highly.
I do want to say another thing because I've been hearing all over the Panther Nation, Panther Land, is that we don't have a ball hawking safety. That we didn't draft one. If he's showing that because he already had a pick last year with the limited time that he played, if he's showing that he can be that, the prayers have been answered.
Right.
I'm not saying that he's going to be that. I'm not saying that he is that. But if he's showing potential to be that, then that's just another thing we could check off our list to say we don't have a problem at.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
Relax.
Well,
development is everything.
It's an NFL. You want to fucking relax?
So like.
All right, Pop.
I know this is the easy way out when I say this, but look, anybody playing against us, I mean, you got to get the fuck open first. You know what I'm saying? And as far as I'm concerned, Evero, after he gonna learn this lesson, you gonna put motherfucking Horn on their best receiver. Who the fuck says you gonna get open?
Hey, do y'all think that Damani
gonna lock motherfuckers the fuck up?
Do y'all think Damani Richardson is on a fast track to be the starter over Lathan Ransom?
Yeah, but yes, I do. But you got to wait for Pass to come on. But so far, he's looked apart. Now you could scream it's just way early in camp. Then if that's the case, you need to slow your roll on all the wide receivers you want to populate.
Yeah, it
is year 2 in that system for him too, though. Pickles,
exactly, and you're 100% right. He's not coming in like he's lost. He's already been through that once. He knows what he's talking about.
And
that's why I think he'll be our starting free safety.
Let me go to Diesel skills. How do you feel about Damani Richardson and his chances over the rookie Lathan Ransom?
Let me give you the 40,000-foot view of this, okay? Like, CK has already said that he feels like Evero could be out like week 6, and I can see the future that CK is talking about, and I don't want that to happen to the Panthers team. And let me tell you why. Because in just 2 training camp practices, we've seen guys in the secondary starting to step up. One, Chow Smith-Wade, and the other one is Richardson. Both guys that we picked up at UDFA and have developed. We haven't had that in a long time. And a guy that I've always liked that is responsible for this is Jonathan Cooley. I have always liked him as our defensive passing game coordinator. And I am cheering for him because I have seen guys in that secondary since he's been here get better. And we have been missing that for years and years. Panthers fans need to remember guys like Captain Mutterland, who were 7th-round picks in the draft. They came in here and made a difference as starters for this NFL team. And I think that we've got a guy back there that's doing some great coaching work for this defense and starting to develop players. And that's why I'm cheering for Jonathan Cooley, Devontae Richardson, and Chow Smith-Wade to develop and be great in the secondary this season, Coach.
I don't remember.
Pass the collection plate. That man just preached.
You can't have a Pro Bowler in every single position. Like, that's just unreal. So I don't know why people put their mind like I swear everywhere I go, people are complaining about every single position.
They think you're supposed to have
as if you can have a Pro Bowler at every single position. What team has that at every single position? Both corners are Pro Bowlers. Both linebackers are Pro Bowlers. The whole it's just not like that. You're gonna have some guys that are not top tier, but if they're just possible. They're right on the tier of tippy-toeing. Okay, they're between good and great. They're above average. But the best. You can't have the best at every position. Like, I don't know where the mindset is at with people because it don't make sense. Well, stop complaining so much because I'm so glad he's developing. I really am because this is something that a lot of people are questioning. Do we have a ball hawk safety? If he keeps developing, man, I'm telling y'all, I'm not rooting for him like, oh, yeah, he's the guy. What I'm saying is if he's showing it already day one, and he already showed it last year that he got decent hands, and if he keeps going up the ladder, that is a blessing, and it's cheap. That is cheap that we're getting this guy on. So,
Absolutely.
We can keep going down the negativity hole. If we do that, I'm gonna just start talking about Bryce then. Fuck it.
Hey man, and let me welcome in somebody to the show. We got my man Earl Price on the free for all. Earl, what's up, bro?
What's going on, fellas? Man, I've been watching this joint for a little bit. I said I wasn't gonna say too much, man, but I actually work for the Panthers.
Oh wow, you work for the Panthers?
Okay, go ahead, Earl. Yeah, man.
All right, man. Give us that inside info, bro.
Yeah, I, honestly, man, they're in love with Devontae Richardson. They love what he brings to the table, aka my love. That's an insider for the real Panthers fans.
All right.
Yeah, man. He's coming on strong. I think he's been kind of, J.C. Horn has taken him under his wing, and they pretty much love what he brings to the table. I think it's just upside that they're looking at more than anything. And I mean, based off of what he did last year, man, he made some plays in some tough moments. So like we can't belittle his experience up to this point, man. Like he could play. You know what I'm saying? It's just, And I mean, and listen, despite what we've been through, he stayed healthy too. You know what I mean? In limited reps. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings, man. I know it's a lot of talk around, BOA, man. They feel like this gonna be the year, man, that we're gonna shock a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? And if we ain't coming out with a win, they definitely gonna hear us on their way out of BOA for sure.
Yeah, man. How much do you think Jonathan Cooley played into the development of Devontae Richardson? Like Dees was talking about, the players really seem to have a lot of respect for that man.
I think honestly, man, and this is just me, and I think Cooley's our next defensive coordinator, man. They want him. Woo! They want him in Carolina. Yeah, they want him.
We talked about that on a different show.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I caught the tail end of that conversation, fellas. I think Evero, you know what I'm saying, is kind of coaching him up to take over the reins once he tries to, become a head coach, man. But ideally, man, the defense in its entirety loves Cooley as well, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was the head candidate for that defensive coordinator job at the duration of the season, for sure.
You hear it there, man. People like Jonathan Cooley. You see Demani Richardson really stepping into his own. I think that also speaks well for the future of Lathan Ransom. Man,
sure.
if we're able to
they say he's they say Cooley's approachable. That's what I keep hearing. He's approachable.
Can I throw another name out there that nobody talks about? Y'all, and I took a picture with him last year. I ran into him. But everybody forgets that we have D'Angelo Hall on this coaching staff.
Exactly.
No, he's going.
Yeah,
When did he leave?
He left last year.
He got him in the offseason. Yeah, he left in the offseason, didn't he?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Was he told?
Yeah, his kids play for the. Yeah, he's still in the city, but I don't think he's on the staff anymore.
Well, I didn't know that. I was like, I haven't heard anything from him or seen anything. But that's a great guy to have on your staff if you want to learn how to play the game. D'Angelo Hall was a beast.
Yeah, they say he's good, man. My biggest thing with D'Angelo Hall is just because you've played at a high level don't mean you could coach at a high level either. You know what I'm saying? You can give experience. A lot of vets give experience, but a lot of vets ain't coaching either, though.
That's true. I can't knock that.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Earl, let me go ahead, Tom.
No, I was just gonna say, look, the young guys on our team are the future. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Ransom, all these guys,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, I'm glad that we got a team where we can develop guys too. So, Richardson and all these guys, I'm hoping they excel every day. I don't give a fuck if you get one interception. Because those guys are going to be the future, man. I want them to work hard. You know what I'm saying? You can't always listen to who they call the experts. You know what I'm saying? No experts saw Puka Nacua coming, bro.
That's right.
Look, players decide. Players and their work habits decide where they going to fucking be in the league, bro. Not what round you get picked in.
Yeah.
Because that could just be some college shit.
That's part of the reason. That's part of the reason why I'm very excited about Jimmy Horn Jr. because of the skill set that he offers and the fact that he's so slept on, dude. He went in the last round of the NFL draft. This dude has every single trait that this Panthers offense is sorely in need of, bro. We need that speed. We need that burst. We need that footwork. We need the hands.
Let me throw some out there. Because
we got him in
reminded
the
me of
round.
something.
It wasn't the 7th round, was it?
It was six. We only had
6th round.
We got a 7th round pick because we traded back.
So the last draft pick for us, right? Go ahead.
Let me throw some out there, but and I'm not targeting anybody on here, but just for those who are listening or going to go back and listen, especially if you sitting here questioning about where we drafted certain people and because they haven't earned a name yet. Remember, if you're a real Carolina Panther fan, remember we got Josh Norman in the 5th round. Yep. I didn't hear none of y'all like, oh man, why we get this poor man cornerback in the 5th round? You knew nothing about it, but what you did was watch and sat on the couch or went to the stadium and watched him develop over years and turn to be a badass cornerback.
Right.
So stop it. Some of y'all just gotta have patience on certain situations.
For sure. Yeah. And if you know anything about what Canales is trying to do, that's all good points. And if you notice what Canales is trying to do, they're actually trying to develop our players, and they're trying to keep the young men in house, build them up, develop them. They believe in what the coaches that they have online to kind of cultivate these kids, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like cap wise, we're tough in cap space, so you have no choice but to bring in developmental players and prayerfully they get cultivated and become Pro Bowlers, man. Like, we gotta understand, like, you know what I mean? This, like, we're just now starting to see the fruits of our labor, man. So, like, we just gotta trust the process.
The Panthers used to be what we have been historically one of the worst teams at developing players.
For sure.
And now we got a coaching squad that cherishes that shit. Yeah. So look, man, our future is bright. You know what I'm saying? So
Like,
you can
Yes,
fan
it
how you
is.
want to fan. You can fan how you want to fan, but I mean, look, man. What some of us just gonna be goddamn miserable. Like when are
like
you going to be happy about what the fuck is going on? I'm not saying you got a fan like I do, but look, everybody's not a big name. Pop just told you, everybody ain't no fucking Pro Bowler. You cannot always go out and get exactly what you want and put it on your damn team. This ain't fucking college.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
You don't get recruited in the NFL, bro.
Hey, you let them tell it, bro. Everybody a Pro Bowler, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but they're not. But they not.
That's so true.
And really, Pro Bowling shouldn't be your stride. It should be all pro.
Correct, sir.
You know. So my thing is, man, look, bro. I'm gonna get called names this year, but look, bro, I see what Bryce can do now. I can see it. Y'all know I fucking hated Bryce. A little bit of me still does, but I can see it. This motherfucker is gonna be different this year, bro, because he got a lot of talent around him. I'm not asking Bryce to win football games. I'm asking the Panthers to win football games, bro.
Yeah. And let me ask y'all this. And we don't even have to go into this too deep if y'all don't want to, because I feel like it's just going to be a lot of us saying the same thing. But if y'all want to, man, this show is for y'all. So I'll go there if y'all want to go there. This Cam Newton, Jalen Hurts debacle. Like, what? My question is this: like,
I know where you're going with this.
Like Cam Newton, he didn't make a controversial opinion saying what he said about Jalen Hurts. You know,
they took part of what he said. They didn't listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, but then it's like, why is it that whenever Cam Newton has an opinion on something, instead of talking about what he actually said, the first instinct is to like cut him down as a player. And bro, like Ryan Clark's fucking corny fucking ass. Like, bro, he's already apologizing for being a little hoe, talking shit about him on Sports Center.
Okay, can I go first?
Not even close.
My question is, if you disagree with Cam and you think Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback, that's fine. I don't dislike Jalen Hurts as a player. But why do people feel the need to tear down Cam Newton, the player, before they even argue with the point that he's trying to make? Hold on, let me let D-Money and then I'll let you go, Twan. Go ahead, D-Money.
All right.
Okay. All right. So when this jumped off and I sat there and I looked at all of it and processed it myself, the first thing is, when has Cam ever had an error since Cam has been in front of a camera that he hasn't had this portrayal of him? Somebody's always taking a shot at him, from the fine bombs to the cats that called him Scam Newton to everything else, right? It's not even about the message. It's just the messenger. Generally, they call him arrogant. I call it confident. At the end of the day, strong people, when they walk in a room and they got the resume to back it up, right? And you know that you can't counter that point, right? You got to go for the pettiest of things you can find. It happens all the time. You see it everywhere. What's the first thing they talk about? Him not jumping on the ball or whatever. Secondly, Ryan Clark. When it comes to this dude, first of all, he's a pander. He's got a lot of flaws that we've seen within the scenarios, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And like, even when you listen to that if you want to call that an apology, I prefer to just say it was a statement. But that statement he made this evening, he pretty much said in so many words, he cannot retaliate because Cam got him with the resume. You know, I don't care, what he says about me or whatever. Yes, you do. And the reason why you do is because you got on screen to make a statement. See, the thing with Ryan Clark is Ryan Clark has bullied numerous people as he's came along these last couple of years and has bullied them to a high degree. Now he's ran into the situation where the cat dog is not going to be bullied. The bully beater is now standing up, and the dude hit him with nothing but facts and hit him with common sense, and then hit everybody else with. You notice when it comes out my mouth, it's a problem. But if somebody else said, you'll listen to the point. The whole thing is some people have what you call a predisposed hate. So it doesn't matter what line of work Cam does. When he goes to speak on the game of football, they're because they did not like that career. They don't like that he was an MVP. They don't like that he had all what he had. He put Carolina on the map. That is why they still respond to him. Like they respond to they do. A lot of it is just hate and ignorance, and Ryan Clark is a clown.
I agree, man. I just don't know why people feel the need to tear down Cam Newton. But the reason I brought it up though is like the Eagles won a Super Bowl. Regardless of what you think about Jalen Hurts, he was more than enough for them to do what they need to win the Super Bowl, wasn't he? Like I'm gonna be real. I don't need Bryce Young to be everything that G Baby thinks that he is this year. I just need him to be more than enough and not the reason why we're losing football games. That's it, man. That's it.
Even though I understand where you're coming from, I understand your sentiment, but even I feel bad hearing that and feel like going along with that's okay. Because I guess I don't know.
I hate to cut you off. What's okay?
That I don't. In my mind, the standard that I'm looking for the Carolina Panthers is just don't lose the game mentality. I want more than that.
Oh well, I mean, you want him to have a higher mentality than that. But if Cody just saying it, I don't think
mentality, actions as well. But I get what Cody's saying. That's why I say I understand where Cody's coming from. I understand his sentiment. It's hard for me as a Panther fan to just say that's all he has to do. And I'm okay with it. I can't sit with that and just be like, yeah, I'm alright. Just
okay, I get where you're
game.
from.
Just manage the game, and we can get because I don't know if and I hate to do this, but I've seen a quarterback come out the same time as him, have a terrible offensive line, lost his first, second, and third wide receiver, and still go to the playoffs.
Yeah,
and I'm like, so just.
So look, Pop. I have
losing the game. I can't necessarily.
Pop. I have the same opinion as you. I want our quarterback to be him. I want a Josh Allen type, a Joe Burrow.
I want
to
dominate.
Right, someone that is a top quarterback in the NFL that any team at any given time would die to have. I want that. But at the same time, I know that if it's me or if it's you, we can want in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up first. Bryce Young is the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. And that's not about to change anytime soon, man. We have to accept Bryce Young for the player that he is.
Do we know what player that? Do we know that?
That's what we're going to find out. And I look very much forward to finding out who Bryce Young is in 2025. Let me welcome in my dog, C-Dog 1983 TV to the Friday Free For All. C-Dog, what's up, brother? How you living, man?
I'm living real good, man. I was sitting back watching, man. Real quick, I know y'all just changed the subject, but I just want to get back on the GOAT real quick. The GOAT quarterback of the Panthers.
Yeah, man.
The only MVP of the Panthers. the great Cameron Terrell Newton. But real quick, man. Man, what he said, I don't feel what he said was wrong. Like, really, the first Super Bowl, if the Eagles would have beat the Chiefs, Jalen Hurts, he outplayed goddamn Patrick Mahomes, you know. But this last Super Bowl, you know, they won the game by. Well, I mean, he played. You know, he just didn't ball out like the first time they played. You know, even this season, but he ain't have to because of the way they team set up, and they got Saquon Barkley now. You know, and everything.
Yeah.
But real quick though, man,
You say he was wrong. You say he was wrong in his statement.
Nah, I mean I agree with Cam. Even if you look at Jalen Hurts stats,
Okay. No.
Jalen Hurts,
I thought you said he was wrong. I was trying to figure out where you was going with that. My bad. Go ahead.
Nah, Cam telling the truth for his stats this year. I'm just saying, just for my opinion, you know, I'm just saying in that first Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts balled out. You know what I'm saying? He outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the first Super Bowl they played against the Chiefs. But the second Super Bowl game they won, the Eagles won. That shit we got their defense. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
this
Cam
what I
did a
want.
lot. Hold on, what just said? But then Cam did a lot. Even if you look at Jalen Hurts' passing stats from last season, I want to say he only had like 2,200 yards, like I put in the chat earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Ain't no god that ain't even top 10. Goddamn Lamar Jackson throwing for goddamn almost 4,000 goddamn yards.
Bryce
And he
had more
rushing
yards
for a
than him.
goddamn 1,000. And he rushing for 1,000.
I know everybody
You
in
know.
here is.
So this is what I want to say with the Cam Newton thing.
But hold on, let me just say one more thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Then real quick, then got that gilly kid got them running his fucking mouth. Ain't never played on a fucking football team in his motherfucking life.
Man,
I
who
can't
cares
tell
what
you.
Gilly?
No, hold on. Let me finish, man. Let me finish,
Who
man.
cares what
I
Gilly the
can't tell
kid?
you. I know. Let me finish, man. But I can't name you one goddamn Gilly song. But then even like Ryan Clark, even some of these other motherfuckers. Even you look at Cam Newton his college resume. If just from his fucking college resume, starting at Florida, we can say he was one of the best college teams ever when he was on the fucking Florida team with him and Tebow and all them other motherfuckers. They got the Pouncy boys. It's so many goddamn players, man. But they was fucking lit. That's one of the best goddamn college football teams ever. He was on that team. Left that
Joe
team.
Hayden.
Hold on, let me finish. Left that team. Went to goddamn junior college. Went undefeated. Won a goddamn that championship in that division. Got them went to Auburn 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Fucking balled out. Let me just say this, man. Before I was even a Cam Newton fan, I'm gonna tell you about I became a Cam Newton fan. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be done with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But man, the game with the Iron Bowl. I want to say they were down like 21 points at the halftime. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm talking about, man, I literally watched that man will them back, man, against that team and win that fucking game, man. I'm talking about against Julio Jones, Mark Ingram. That Alabama team was stacked. And I'm talking about after that game, at the time, I was like, shit, we need to get them draft Andrew Luck. But after that game, I was like, boy, we need to get Cam Newton, boy. I was like, he got that truth. That nigga was a beast. I mean, he got him, he was a fucking beast, man, until that shoulder got fucked up. Until shoulder got fucked up, he was a fucking beast, man. And motherfucker talking about he got the accuracy. He's talking about he wasn't good with accuracy. That's a goddamn lie. But that season we got the Super Bowl year, man, Ted Ginn catch the ball, he would have had 2,000 yards season like goddamn Tyreek Hill easy. But he dropped the fucking ball, and Ted Ginn led the league in drop balls that year. But man, I'm done, man. I just hate the Cam Newton disrespect, man. And I'm talking about before we even talking about his college, before we even talking about his NFL career, man, his fucking college career has got a lot of motherfuckers can't even put their college career next to that shit. That's why I got the Ron Clark had to come back and got to retract that shit. So he can't even just in college. He ain't even fucking with Cam Newton. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, let me go, Jake, and then Twan. Go ahead, Jake, and then Twan after you.
No, Twan can go. He was before me, anyways.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who the order was. Go ahead, Twan.
So these motherfuckers never like Cam, bro. They never like Cam. I mean, Cam had to deal with his own fan, that even Carolina Panthers fans hating on him. Shout out to Petty Cam. Shout out to Petty Cam, because Petty Cam said, if you want me to be petty, then Petty Cam gonna pull out these fucking stats and start telling you along. Cam ain't afraid of none of these motherfuckers. He said, so whenever you want to get petty with me, he said, I got one of the best Google man in the game. I'm going to look your ass up. And then we're going to talk about what your ass did or didn't do. Remember when Kimberly Martin, the black lady on ESPN, she was on ESPN talking shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know where they get off, Twan. I don't understand
What are
it.
you talking
It's like,
about, man?
bro, he was literally an NFL MVP. Who is more equipped to give their opinion on quarterback play in the NFL? Pam Martin, Ryan Clark, or Cameron Jarrell Newton, bro?
Okay.
It's the
I'll
dumbest
take the
shit in the
Chiefs any
fucking
day.
world.
So this is what happened. If y'all remember back, when she said that dumb shit she said about him, it was Ryan fake ass Clark that told her that she had no ground or basis to talk about that man like that. You know what I'm saying? But then now you turn around and do it. What Cam said is true, man. In 2025, motherfuckers want to be friends too much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if I'm cool with this person, then I'm not going to tell the truth about their ass. Cam is unbiasedly truthful, and he says what's on his mind. Truthful. Like, yo, they can't deal with fun-loving, silly Cam, so, you know when he got a job to do, too. So he's saying, look, I don't choose to kiss everybody's ass. I choose to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Clark didn't want to get fucking belted by him every damn day. So they ain't gonna try to come back with that little bullshit ass apology that I'm sure he ain't gonna take, man. But Cam used to this shit. He used to this shit. Shout out to Petty Cam. If they look, let him keep fucking with you, man. Look, the Gilly the Kid shit, I don't care because he's a Philly fan. I mean, he knew he was going whatever. But if you're gonna be honest about your quarterback, Jalen Hurts one of them fucking top 10 quarterback, and they still got him ranked as a top 10 quarterback coming into this season. Cam Newton didn't need nobody to get behind him and for no fucking tush push. He ain't need that shit.
Boy, stop it. How many touch, boy? I ain't even want to bring it up.
Cam was
I
out there
didn't even want to bring
dragging
it up
motherfuckers.
by
You remember
himself.
when he dragged 8 players with the Atlanta Falcons?
Falcons. I remember that shit by himself.
He don't
did,
need
man.
Even the announcer was like, man, a quarterback don't supposed to got to be able to
Yes,
do
sir.
that shit.
Hey, man,
nigga.
let me go to Jake, and then we're gonna go Pickle. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, mine's gonna be quick anyways. I didn't make this comparison. X did. Whoever put it out there with the Jalen Hurts and Cam Newton debacle about, Jalen Hurts got a Super Bowl though. Cam Newton don't. Y'all makes him better. I'm sorry. If Cam Newton prime 2015 is on this Eagles team from last year, he's getting that ring too. And matter of fact,
Undefeated.
I'm gonna go further than that. The tush push is banned. 31 teams is gonna say no because I can tell you right now what Cam Newton would do in a tush push for the Eagles. Oh my God! I don't need to say no more.
He didn't need a tush push. That's the whole point. Shit. He didn't need a
Hey,
tush
bro,
push. He
could you
just fall
imagine?
over. How many got them first downs he got? But
Hey, bro,
he just got
could you
them
imagine?
falling over.
Man,
Oh
bro,
my
could
God.
you imagine being 6'5", 250 pounds, and needing a running back to push your ass across the whole line? Hell no. Go ahead, Pickle.
Yeah, y'all know I've had opinions about Cam over the years, and y'all may find this funny, but I actually went to argue on Cam's side with an Eagle fan. Not really what Cam said, because I ain't watched the video. I don't know what he said. My opinion was, why every time y'all disagree with Cam Newton, you have to throw that fumble out? Is that all you got? If that's all you got, shut your mouth. Because
Hey, real
like I told
quick.
the
My bad,
Eagles
my bad,
fan,
Pickle.
I said, like I told an Eagle fan, let's be real. I need to go back and look at your timeline the year they drafted Jalen Hurts. And he said, no. He said, I said, how many Eagle fans do you know that still to this day or before he got his ring screamed that Jalen Hurts wasn't all that good? He said, they still do. I said, so it's not what Cam said, it's who said it, right? Let's be real. He said, yeah. I said, y'all don't hate for what Cam said. You may not even disagree with it. You just don't want to hear it from Cam Newton. That's all that is. And I kind of agree with that. Not agree with that. What I'm saying is, and this may be a different scenario. Some of y'all know I love to listen to XM radio. There was one guy when he comes on that I turned it off. But I'm not listening to that untalented, low-life son of a bitch talk like he knows football.
Who?
Matt Sims. Not Chris Sims. Not Phil Sims. I respect him. I may not disagree with everything.
You talking about the daddy? You talking about the daddy?
Yeah, no, the daddy. The daddy is Phil Sims. You know his brother Chris Sims, right? It's Chris Sims. There's a lot what he talks about I agree with. I'm talking about little brother Matt Sims, who was a quarterback here and there, a third string quarterback
that was trash.
failed in the league. He was nothing but trash. So XM Radio gives him a job and calls him a quarterback analyst. An elite, excuse me. They said he's an elite quarterback analyst.
Yeah. Hey, so I got something to I got something to play for y'all that just came out I think not even 30 minutes ago. So I mean to just change the subject, but Princely Human Mealing apparently is a streamer also. And he just put I guess he was doing a stream somewhere. And he just put out a clip talking about him and Icky Aquanu. Check this out, y'all. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Also, check out the pad that he's in, bro.
Oh my gosh, what does this say about Icky? Icky this, Icky that. Bro, Icky is a great offensive.
I fuck with that nigga, man. I fuck with Icky.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, you said this goddamn Prince.
Great offensive tackle, bro. I'm just cold as fuck, fam. Like, there's not many offensive tackles that can lock me up. Really none, to be honest.
Shit.
I like this already.
Appreciate to follow everybody on
Y'all feel like that.
So, bro, that's how you do it. Not only did you big up the
That ain't no
offensive
shot at
tackle
Icky. I'm cool with that.
on your own team, but he was like, he just said it's so matter of fact.
Where's he streaming this from?
Bro, look at this.
Think about to go over there right now.
Bro, he's up in a high rise.
I'm talking about website. I'm talking about is he on a YouTube?
I don't know. I'd have to find it. But let's play that one more time, bro.
It could be 20.
Oh my gosh, what does this say about Icky?
Might be.
This Icky that. Bro, Icky is a great offensive tackle, nigga. I'm just like that. Like, what the fuck? Yo, what's good? That. Icky is a great offensive tackle, bro. I'm just cold as fuck, fam. Like, there's not many offensive tackles that can lock me up. Really none, to be honest.
That's a dog.
Exactly. Like,
you know what?
I should follow everybody on Icky
The
ass on
crazy
Twitter.
thing about it, Nick Scorton press conference, right? Y'all heard how he was talking, but then he kind of like backtracked it a little bit because he like, hold on, I don't want everybody on my ass. But he was talking spicy too, like.
Yeah,
they can't really mess with me.
Hey, bro, those are the Bash brothers right there, bro.
It's a dog. Hey, look, it's a dog sighting.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Hey, I love that, bro.
Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, and we've had a discussion before. This time of year in camp, they don't have pads on. They're in shorts. They're in shorts and a helmet. So, and the offensive line isn't allowed to really grab and hold and really play offensive line.
Nah, Pickle, I'm not gonna let you slide that in there like that.
The hell, I ain't sliding nothing. It's right there.
Nah.
Talk your shit, Pickle, goddammit.
No, sir.
He stand right there in front of you, goddammit. You heard what he said.
I'm not saying Icky is great. Don't misunderstand that. I'm saying it's been 2 practices in shorts and t-shirts. That's what it's been. Before I'm awarding that boy a Hall of Fame, I want to see pads in a game.
Hey, that's fair.
He gotta do it, man. Icky ain't do it. He got Icky and Chuba is the weakest link on his offense, man.
We're not saying that, Pickle. The first day, he almost killed Bryce Young. And they have not gave him no media interviews He's in the doghouse. He's cold,
No,
brother.
Icky had an interview today, and
It was an accident.
You talking about Presley? You talking about Presley?
and they already said
I'm talking about Presley.
Presley ain't been in no interview yet.
Presley in the doghouse. I'm trying to tell you, they even stopped practice.
Because
that motherfucker canceled practice after that shit.
Hey, but y'all do remember though, Dave came back the next day and said that it wasn't on the kid. It was just the fact that Bryce had nowhere to go. Like he really tried to get him.
Right. And I don't have any reason to
he
doubt
also,
David Dallas.
that's also telling you. Shout out to bum ass Newton, because he the one asked in the interview. What did he say? Twan, what did he threw Icky underneath the bus? He threw Icky underneath the bus, but cause nobody.
Nah, David Newton be telling the truth, man.
Listen,
that motherfucker.
That's the funniest thing I heard.
Oh shit!
Because nobody knew what tackle it was that Princely did it on.
Yeah, that is true.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I never heard about it.
Right, David Newton was the one that spoiled the milk. I'm trying to tell you. So at the end of the day, I mean, even though yes, they ain't got no pass and this, that, and other, the man is in the doghouse, bro.
But then you know what, Pop? Hold on.
That's what he's
hold up.
to
You
be.
know what, Pop? But then he did it. So that was the first day that he hit Bryce, and that was against Icky. But then the very next day, he beat Icky on a play.
He did.
So,
Twice.
My man's putting Icky in the blender, bro.
Hey, Icky might lose this goddamn position this year to goddamn Brady Christensen.
Listen, all I'm saying is it kind of reminds me of somebody named Brian Burns. Just saying.
If y'all don't shut your asses up.
Look, check this
Brady
out.
Christensen. Look, if you look at the stats last year when K Mays and Brady Christensen, when K Mays was at center, and when goddamn Brady Christensen played goddamn left tackle when Iggy was hurt last year, and that offensive line was solid. Now go look at the numbers, man.
The day it happened,
Bryce better get rid of the ball.
I asked Mike K on Twitter. I said, "Who was the offensive tackle?" And he said, "Icky." I said, "Thank you."
Man, look.
Now, to be fair, Scorton was also open on the other. He also beat whoever the right tackle was real quick. He just stopped. I guess he has better ability to stop. I don't know how to say it. Better skill set, something. He stopped his pursuit. He didn't need to push too hard.
I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta leave y'all, but I'm gonna leave this with a question. Actually, when's the last time that we've had a rookie player that said, "Can't nobody guard me and lock me up"?
I can't remember him.
I mean, if Icky's a problem like some of y'all are thinking, and to be fair, he's never been great on speed rushers. It makes them both. It makes them both better. If he's a problem, it's going to be a bigger problem a month than you think, because that means we have to replace 2 offensive tackles, not 1.
Let me say
no, we already got him on the team, so we can move on the left tackle.
Maybe all 3. Maybe all 3, because Brady Christensen's an unrestricted free agent, and if he starts most of the year at left tackle or right tackle, he ain't gonna sign dirt money like y'all think. These tackles is making good money out there, and if I'm Brady Christensen, this might be my only shot. I'm getting all I can get.
Hey Cody, I'm Team Presley right now. That made my fucking night. Thank you for playing
man.
that shit. That motherfucker said Icky is a great tackle.
Oh yeah,
he said, "Man, I'm just like that."
I love the energy, bro.
Nobody can stop
especially
me.
as an edge rusher. As an edge rusher, bro, you need to have that type of dog mentality, bro.
Listen, that's the dog shit.
So I'm about to go to these. I'm gonna go to these skills, but can y'all give me some credit first, bro? It's 13 past 10. And I'm not rushing y'all off of this bitch yet. We still going, bro.
Your girl must be out of town. Your girl must be out of town.
Yeah.
These skills, talk to me, man. What do you think about Princely just big upping himself like he is him?
He wasn't lying. He was telling the truth. Pull up the video of Icky speaking this week where he does his interview. You don't have to play the sound, but just look at the size of this guy. This guy has been serious about being a tackle in the NFL. This guy has been lifting weights. This guy has been training. You got to remember the Carolina Panthers got a new training staff this season, thanks to Dan Morgan. Finally, after all the injuries, all this nagging stuff that's kept these Panthers players out of games, finally we've got a new training staff. Look how much better J.C. Horn did last year, making his first Pro Bowl, staying healthy all season almost for the Carolina Panthers. It's made a difference. And I think it's made a difference in Akim Ekwonu. He's always been a road gridder. We're looking for him to lead Chuba Hubbard to 1,000 yards and maybe even Rico Dowdle. We don't know. But that's what we're looking for this Panthers team to do. He looks in fantastic shape. And is there a better story than having a guy that's a hometown hero leading the way for the Carolina Panthers? There should be no one else that we're cheering for than Akim Ekwonu, a guy from his family's from Nigeria, living here in Charlotte now, and he's always lived in Charlotte, and he's a hometown hero. We need this guy to succeed. There's no better story for the Carolina Panthers than Akim Ekwonu having a great season in 2025 and get a long-term extension and maybe going on to be the best left tackle in Carolina Panthers history. That's my hopes for him to be our future hometown hero.
That. And let me say this too, D's, like we all talk about how big of a year it is for Bryce. And it obviously is. I mean, it's year 3 of a rookie quarterback contract, everything that we did to move up to get him. But I think that, we oftentimes don't talk enough how big of a year it is for Akim Ekwonu, too. Like Joe Person put it in his article, when do the Panthers extend Ike Ekwonu? Like if and when. And this is a big year for him to take a major step forward and prove that he is a top left tackle in the NFL.
Well, Panther Pickle was talking about it earlier. He was talking about how expensive the tackle positions are on the team.
Yes.
And given, like you're saying, that Akim Ekwonu was taking the top 10, we want that to work out. There's no more – that is the most expensive tackle position is the left tackle. And if we can make this guy work out, 11 sacks in 2023, 7 sacks in 2024, hopefully 4 sacks in 2025. I think if we can do something like that this year, Cody, Akim Ekwonu can be our left tackle of the future and save the Carolina Panthers a lot of draft capital and a lot of money.
I do want to say, I kind of
Pop and then Twan. Go ahead, Pop.
I do want Iggy to have a good year. I mean, I'm not betting against the guy. But this is where I kind of hate social media. Because Icky went up there. Icky went up there. You could tell he was defeated. He started talking about superheroes and shit. He wasn't even want to listen. He didn't even want to listen.
He wasn't even listening to the motherfuckers.
Right. He was like, I started thinking about Guardians of the Galaxy, why they would question him and stuff. But that's the thing. The other reason why I kind of don't like social media as much, because what Presley just did was tell every other speed rusher you could beat them.
That's what I said, bro.
Golly.
That's good. That means you go get benched, and they're gonna play BC.
So my thing with Icky is this: I question if he's a dog sometimes, bro, because this is what I remember. If you was dealing with a rookie and Princely, hey, look, I love what Princely said though. And Princely was about to beat you in practice, man, I would have threw his ass on the fucking ground. You ain't beat me out here, bro. Shit. I mean, it definitely ain't gonna happen twice. So I sometimes I just wonder about the dog mentality with Icky. I mean, we know he got it at least on the run, but bro, listen, man. As much as I love what Princely said, don't be letting no motherfucking rookie run past you. If you gotta clip his ass, then do it. You don't let that. But look, I gotta go back to that Presley said, bro. I'm just like that. Shit. Ain't nobody gonna stop me.
Do y'all remember when he got drafted? He told Tepper he gonna have to pay him in a couple of years. and he coming out here whooping this motherfucker already. He gonna be a problem, man. The defense gonna be a fucking problem this year.
Bro.
Real quick, man.
Wanham, you in trouble. I'm trying to tell you that now. Wanham, you in trouble.
You are, man.
74.
Yeah, I won't worried about Josie Jewell because Josie Jewell won't even gonna start this year. No way. Shit, he won't gonna start. People got there gonna be Rose Boom and goddamn Trevor Wallace.
Me and Pop was talking the other day. Look, I don't think Presley know how to turn that shit off yet, bro. Shit, like I'm telling you, bro. Like, look,
hey, Twan, practice over. Practice
bro,
over.
in practices and in games, when you're a football player, you got to go somewhere mentally that you just can't break sometimes, bro. That motherfucker, hey, look, he just got to learn to turn it off in practice, bro. But don't turn it off too much. You know, he going to make Icky a lot better damn tackle, though, because he going to challenge his ass all fucking summer, bro. Shit.
Twan, that should never happen.
He got to get that shit together,
with
bro.
Brian Burns. Icky has practiced with Brian Burns. That should have never happened, bro. Not on the first day.
Never.
Not on the first day.
I would have clipped the shit out of Presley, bro. Not there. You ain't gonna have me looking bad, bro.
I'll appreciate everything Princely does a lot more once we start practicing and playing the preseason games, and I can actually see him in live action against other people besides our own. Not you know. Well, yeah, when pads go on, and you can get physical, because in practice they still won't let you get physical.
I'm telling you right now, Presley somebody would have had to help his ass up off the ground before he embarrassed me in practice.
Yeah,
I was.
See, dog, you keep saying Brady Christensen, but Brady Christensen has some injury history too. You sure you want to go with an injured left tackle? Icky ain't been hurt.
And Brady Christensen, like I said, when he played left tackle, he's the best left tackle on the team.
Then he should beat Icky out, right? He ain't did it yet.
I'm hoping that they teach Icky to push off his right foot. You can't be a left tackle and pushing off in your left foot. That shit is stupid.
He a guard, man. He's just a guard, man. Everybody can't play tackle in the NFL.
That's where I would love to see him at, man. Go get a real
He needs
left
to put him at
tackle.
guard.
Guard.
Yeah, be done with that shit.
There's no way he's gonna beat out Damian Lewis and beat out Robert Hunt. There's no way.
He can beat out Damian Lewis. He can beat out Lewis, but he ain't gonna beat out Hunt.
You sure about that?
Hell yeah, motherfucker, man. He'll beat out Lewis, man. Any day of the goddamn week at guard.
He's never played guard, but all of a sudden now he can beat Damian Lewis. Okay.
Yeah, Lewis
man,
is
any day of the week. First of all, guard easy to play the left tackle. What you talking about? Left tackle got that hard to goddamn play.
Why are you yelling?
Why are you screaming?
Look, since we're talking about Jimmy Millen, everybody's been saying this is Jimmy Millen talking about Nick Scorton.
Say he a hard worker, like he be in the facility, getting treatment, things like that, like just to take that, like get that extra level in his development. Like as far as on the field goes, he just plays like he's angry all the time.
I just think they play too heavy sometimes.
You want that type of teammate on your team too, for sure, because you playing a very physical game.
He said they play too happy sometimes.
Well, these motherfuckers gonna be like that,
bro. We got some demons, bro.
Motherfuckers gonna be like that, bro.
I like how they feed off each other. I think it's gonna be very cool. What I don't like is 4 years from now, their contracts going in at the same time.
Yeah,
and we'll have 5 signed both these at the same time. I mean,
we're gonna have to do like the Bengals did with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. We'll have to pay
them both.
Ain't Scorton 6'5", 265? Is that right? 6'5", 265.
Hey, can I get y'all?
Right.
Can I get y'all excited? Can I get y'all excited about something?
Come on with it, bro.
Cody, football in 12 days.
Yeah.
Panthers,
Love it, bro.
Thursday night, a week and a half from now.
Hall of Fame game next week.
Hey, also, did y'all see this? This is Nick Scorton and Newman Millen calling their teammates and wishing them good night.
Yeah, man. Y'all better not never do that shit.
Nah, I ain't seen that.
Man,
yo, what you on, P? What's up?
Man, nothing, bro. Just calling, man. Tell you good night, brother.
This nigga weird, bro.
Yo, DJ, my nigga, what down?
What's good?
Man, shit, chilling on it, bro. I'm just, bro, first night of camp. I'm just trying to call you and tell you good night, brother.
Real nigga, appreciate it, dog.
Yeah, you so, bro.
He said appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate you, bro. You hear me?
Yeah.
My dog, man. I'm just calling to tell you good night, bro. Damn, I can't tell you good night, man.
Hell no.
Bro. Good shit, man. Your boy, bro.
Hey, bro, good night, bro. Good night, bro.
Bro, this dude's wild as fuck, man.
So he in a hotel.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, I love the energy, man. These dudes have that youth movement that the Panthers need.
They bought in, Cody. They bought in.
Hell yeah, bro.
You see this type of chemistry with these? This shit ain't normal.
That's what I'm saying, man. We got some real dogs here, man. Straight up.
Damn, that's fire right there.
Y'all, hey, don't. I'm gonna call one of y'all.
What you looking at? Ice cream?
No, it's in the Legion chat. Cody, pull that picture up. I just posted in there.
Good. While you do that, I was going to say, Scourton's only 20 years old, and he stayed at that hotel right by the stadium the entire offseason. He never left. Even though his contract wasn't signed, remember, he was the last one to sign, but he stayed right there with that Panthers team the entire time. He's excited to be a Carolina Panthers. And only 20 years old, guys. We got a long time to let Scourton develop, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
We might have another Parsons on our hands, bro.
Look at that. Ain't that cool?
Yeah, Parsons is undersized, man. He bigger than Parsons.
Hey, but look, shit. I mean,
he got down. This next Scourton legitimate got down like 6'4", 260.
Yeah, he big. I mean, he lost that weight too. He cut up.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you, bro. The mentality
it's gonna be a problem, boy. Then got them Prince got a mean ass bend.
Hell yeah.
This defense about to be a problem. I'm excited, man. Goddamn, hey, what I'm saying, man. Even when DJ Wanham and goddamn Pat Jones, goddamn, say you get tired or whatever, we can bring in the goddamn them young guns right off the fucking bench.
Send me that shit, man.
And keep the defense fresh. And go get the quarterback.
Good stuff.
Pat Jones' interception, Cody. Did you say that?
Yeah, Pat Jones got one.
He went way up there.
No, what chat is it, people?
Oh, I'd have to find it now.
It's an elite. I shared it there.
It's in the elite?
Yeah,
right.
I shared it.
How many interceptions has Bryce thrown so far in practice?
2. 1 to Richardson, 1 to Wanham.
One each day. Mm-hmm.
But can I ask y'all a question? Wouldn't y'all rather he do it in practice?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because remember, Jackson Dart threw 4 already or something. Jackson Dart had 4 interceptions, and
Jackson Dart had an interception on his first play. Aaron Rodgers threw an interception on his first play.
Right, the first one, I think Bryce just overthrew the guy. The second one, I don't remember. The second one was just a good play by the defense, I think.
Really. I don't care because he at least he got them taking chances. Shit.
Yeah.
And real quick, like Dave Cadilla said, Bryce
hold on
got
to that
them.
ball now.
Bryce got them. He the same way he was last year. You know, he started off with the same point he was last year. So I'm confident. I mean,
when he
from
threw
the beginning. I'm talking about he got benched when he came in and started balling.
Right. When he threw that one,
he came in and hit the.
That interception to Damani Richardson, C-Dog, when he threw that one, he overthrew Renfro. He was trying to figure out how fast Renfro was.
Right.
And we saw the same thing with Adam Thielen. And I ain't going to say nothing mean, Pickle, but Renfro and Thielen may not be the fastest going in the field. You know what I mean?
agree.
Bryce is trying to figure it out.
I agree. I'm not when I posted on there about Bryce overthrew him. I wasn't trying to be mean to Bryce. I just that's when Bryce. This is when you want to see that happen. You don't want to wait till in the middle of a game and see that. But this is when you want to see it happen.
He went up and got that
That's exactly what you said.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great. That's what I said. That was just a play by him.
Yeah, Patrick Jones. The more and more I see
that ball was up
Patrick
high.
Jones,
He just went up there and got that shit.
bro, I really think that our defense, we're poised to just surprise the fuck out of people this year.
Yeah.
They're not seeing what we're
He never
seeing this year,
in all the years he's played professional football, and he ain't played. I mean, he spent like 3 or 4 seasons with the Rams. He didn't have no interceptions at all.
But I remember last year, Canales saying that, you know, right now it's early, but then as time goes, you know, you want to kind of see some perfection. You know what I'm saying? With the offense and defense, of course.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's cool right now that Bryce is throwing, you know what I'm saying, some interceptions here and there. It's only the 3rd day. But I hope that, do any of y'all, does that worry any of y'all if it continues to happen, that it starts killing his,
No, training camp, man. We're supposed to make mistakes right now.
God, I can't even finish my whole statement, brother. Relax. Do y'all have any concerns that it would kill his confidence going into the season, because he hasn't started off strong, and if you know he hasn't had a full couple of practices where you know he's been like 90%. Do that concern any of y'all?
Pop, my simple answer is if that's all it takes to kill that man's confidence, oh, he's not him.
He don't need to be.
That's not him. That's not the guy for the job now, is it? Nah, he better do like a duck, let that shit roll off his back and keep on swimming forward, bro. Like, especially after last year, after everything that he went through last year, like if he hasn't learned just to keep the main thing, focus on what you can control, then I don't know what else needs to be done, man. Like you have to trust your offensive playmakers, trust your offensive line, and get the ball out of your hands, man. Keep your eyes downfield. But this is the time to make mistakes if you're going to make them.
How long
Real
is
quick
OTA?
though, man.
I can't remember. How many weeks is OTAs?
Well, training camp. Yeah, training camp lasts until technically preseason. It falls into training camp, but it's the first game of the regular season is in like 4 weeks. But they like this week or no, next Thursday is a Hall of Fame game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first preseason game, right?
Yeah, that's that first preseason.
Nah, it's the preseason
game.
after that. It's the week after that.
Yeah. I'm not. That's the first game. But you play in the Hall of Fame game, you get 4. You still get 4 preseason games.
Who playing in the Hall of Fame game?
Man, hold on, real quick though. Before we get to the Hall of Fame game, man.
Yeah.
For everybody who keep complaining about Bryce Young, if everybody see that video when Bryce Young went back to his school and everything, his high school, and one part of that interview or whatever, Bryce Young was like, "Goddamn, everybody got to run their own race." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So man, with that being said, man, he you know, man, I wasn't. I mean, Bryce didn't play good. You know, when he first came in the league, like we all expected him to do whatever, but he got to run his own race, and now he got that, and now he's finally here. So now I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? So so I have no, you know, I'm just ready, man, because he's here now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna come in the league.
And I'm not.
My man, I just told you, man. Twan said it earlier. This last 10 games, he was one of the best quarterbacks last year.
I understand it. C-Dog, when the last
Hold on, let me finish though, man. He was one of the best 10 quarterbacks.
How long has it been since they played football? Like put on pads, play the exhibition game, like an exhibition game. How long ago was that?
6 months.
About 6 months, right?
Yeah. About 6 months.
6 to 7 months. So it's hard to pick up that repetition and play exactly how you left off 6
No,
7 months
it's not.
ago.
It's football.
Yes,
He been playing football all his life. He just won't right,
Okay.
man.
He hasn't. Listen, for one, he hasn't did it at a high level. For one, so you can't say he's used to doing it. He's not.
My man, y'all keep talking about all this BS, man. When Bryce got benched last season. Go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish, man. Go ahead and finish.
Last year was last.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking about last year no more. You keep bringing up the last 10 games. I'm not bringing up last year. I'm talking about this year. This year only.
Are you done?
I don't care what he did last year. Last year's over. Going into
but
this
look,
year,
but let me.
No, Cody. No, Cody. Let him finish, Cody, so I can go ahead and rebut him, Cody. Let him finish so I can rebut his ass.
What I'm saying is we're going around in circle. Because the truth of the matter is, Bryce has some shit to prove this year, man. Like Bryce has to play at a level that is both a high level and sustainable over the course of 17 games. But two things can be true. Have we seen Bryce do that yet? No, the hell we have not. Is Bryce in a better position right now to do that than he ever has been in his entire career? Yes, the fuck he is, bro. Both of those things are true. That's why I'm right there in the middle. I'm not going to tell you that Bryce Young is the future at the quarterback for this franchise because I want to see him do that first. But do I believe that he will do it this year and that he will put an end to our quarterback woes? I do believe that. I just want my eyes to confirm it first. That's all I'm saying.
Now, real quick. Now, let me go ahead and say what I got to say. Everybody keep hating on Bryce. Who worried about him?
It's not hate.
Like I said, my man, whatever hate. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. I'll let you. Okay, I just said it's your opinion. Now let me talk, man. I'll let you talk. That's your opinion. Now let me goddamn talk. Now real quick, my man, are you done? Are you done, sir? Are you done? Now, like I was saying, after Bryce got benched last year, he came back. The motherfucker was fucking balling. Period. How many examples I got to give y'all? I done see this motherfucker in person. You know what I'm saying? Look, real quick. Hold on, man. Let me finish, man. It does mean goddamn something. I see this goddamn first goddamn game in the goddamn league. I was goddamn there. He was fucking trash. Motherfucking receivers were wide the fuck open. He was fucking missing them. I was right goddamn there. Now, please let me goddamn finish. Last year, after he got benched, he came back. Even his first goddamn 2 seasons in the league, Bryce Young never had fun. Every time you see him got them playing, it never looked like he was got them having fun playing the game. But after he got benched last year, that motherfucker was having fun. People got them dancing. People got them getting rushing touchdowns. He wasn't got them scary in the goddamn pocket. The pocket presence, everything got better as a goddamn quarterback. What the fuck y'all talking about, man? He was having fun. He was smiling. Because the game finally slowed down for him. Whatever it was what David Canales did, Andy Dalton, whatever it was after he got benched. You got to start playing like Alabama Bryce. I don't know whatever the fuck it was. He been playing quarterback all his life. He been little all his fucking life. But the motherfucker started fucking balling. He was dropping fucking dimes. Period.
Hey,
what the fuck we got there talking about?
Man. I will say this, man. Both Twan and C-Dog were some of the biggest, loudest critics of Bryce. So the fact that they've come around and said, hey, man, Bryce can do this thing. You know, like they saw what he was able to do the last 10 games, and they saw the vision. And that's all it's going to take, man, is for him to continue to show people that he is the quarterback that everybody thought he was coming out of Alabama.
And real quick, man, let me say something. Let me say one more thing, man.
Bring some more fans this year once he does it and makes T-Mac a superstar in this league, bro.
And real quick, let me say something else, man. When I say, I'm not saying when you're there, it is different. Well, I was there when we played the Jaguars last time. We lost to the Jaguars. They had a fucking backup quarterback. I don't remember who the fuck the quarterback was, but Trevor Lawrence didn't play. We fucking lost. I am so excited. We're going to start this revenge tour. The first fucking game of the season in Duval. With Bryce being a different goddamn quarterback, we're going to go out there and whoop their fucking ass.
Yes,
He's a different fucking, because he's a different quarterback. He's confident. He happy. It's just different. The game done fucking finally slowed down for him. And then some people talk about, oh, they're gonna show him a different defense. It's nothing they can show him now. It's only so many fucking defenses you can got there play. Even that game against the Eagles had the best fucking defense last year. You know what I'm saying? And you get everybody else another example about Bryce Young. It was games his first 2 seasons when he came in the league. You would throw a goddamn interception, and you know he after he threw that interception, he never played better. You know what I'm saying? Or he had multiple interception games. But last year against the Eagles, after he got benched, when he came back, he threw an interception that game. But you know what? When it was goddamn, the game was on the line in his own end zone. Little 5'10", Bryce Young broke 3 tackles, threw the ball and got them XL, drove us all the way down the field, dropping dimes. If XL got down catch the ball, we beat them motherfuckers. What else he got to do against one of the best defensive in the league? What else he got to do, man? He broke 3 tackles. Come on, man. Come on, man. What are we talking about? What are y'all not watching? That's what I'm saying. I seen it with my own eyes. From his first 2 seasons, I'm sorry. From his first 2 seasons until now, he's better.
He just gets.
Come on, man. He's just better.
Swan, you did this. You started these Bryce X-Wolves. You did it.
Damn. I don't know.
Now it's the truth. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. Come on, man. Y'all tripping.
All right, look. So
Cody, this is why I changed my mind, Cody. Because in those 10 games, for once, Bryce was not the reason that we was losing, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can even say he was the reason we won a couple of them games. Mm-hmm. I think that's true against Atlanta. His perseverance and his field vision, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and just get the ball into the open hands. That was a big deal.
Yeah, Chuba run the winning touchdown in with the Cardinals, but Bryce took us there. Bryce took us to where that could happen.
All right, man. Look, this is the part where everybody gets mad at me because I got to shut it off. But we almost.
Well, show that one clip. Show that one clip, bro.
No,
the one clip in the private chat down at the bottom. It's off Twitter. It's cool shit. I like how Bryce does that 6-shooter.
Wow. No.
I want to see the Princely clip.
Oh yeah, they ain't showed it. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, the new Happy Gilmore sequel is on Netflix tonight, so that's probably what I will be doing to end the night. But
I think that's where we're all headed after this, Cody.
Yes,
why
sir.
is he doing that? What,
man, why you can't make some stuff? Just leave it alone, man. You can't remake it. Make it. Oh, buddy already did.
Happy Gilmore? You ain't never
can't remake Happy Gilmore, man.
Hold on. But why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? Why is he doing that celebration?
I don't say why he's doing it. He just did it. I'm sure there was a reason. But he's talking to.
I'm not saying he's not allowed, but I'm just wondering the meaning behind it.
Yeah. That's
because he was fucking cooking. Like I told you, he got them confident and happy, having fun.
Shooter,
yeah, he was cooking, Bob.
He ain't out here with his head down, looking all crazy, all depressed.
That man is a shooter. That's why.
He's here now. He's finally here now.
He's shooting his shot.
All right, man. So look, I'm gonna give everybody their final words, and we're gonna call it a free for all, boys. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all and the energy y'all bring to this show every Friday. Couldn't do it without y'all, boys. Let me start up with my man C-Dog, 1983 TV. I appreciate you, brother. Give me your final thoughts for the free for all, bro.
My final thoughts, man, was a great show.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, man. I'm tired of the Cam Newton disrespect. I gotta say that. You know what I'm saying? Cam Newton never said anything wrong. You know, he just got to keep it 100. You know, and like I said, my opinion about Chuba. Chuba is a good running back, but Chuba is not D'Angelo Williams. Chuba is not Jonathan Stewart. He's just not. That's just my opinion or whatever. But Everybody, hope everybody have a great week. Man, it's gonna be a great fucking season. I can't wait to Bryce Young and goddamn this Bryce. I can't wait to Bryce Young and Easy E, Evero, aka Easy E, come out here and shut everybody up. When Bryce Young come out here and the defense started balling, everybody got them gonna be quiet because got them winning solves everything. But everybody have a
Yes,
goddamn
sir.
great week and keep fucking pounding.
Keep pounding, brother. Appreciate you, bro. Next up, my man Poppin from the Black Cat Panther Podcast. Y'all check him out on YouTube. Poppin, appreciate you, brother. Give me your final words for the free for all, bro.
Yeah, man, great show. Had fun with everybody. Man, football's around the corner. Super excited. Can't wait to see what's next. Man, like I said, it's gonna be an interesting year. We the Carolina Panthers, so it's always gonna be, an emotional roller coaster. But as far as I see, man, I just want to see more action and less excuses when it comes to the team. That's all.
More action, less excuses. I think we can all sign up for that. Next up, my man from the 704 Charlotte Bound Show on YouTube, my brother Twan Don. I appreciate you as always, brother. Give me your final thoughts for the free for all, man.
Hey man, thanks for having me, man. Another great show. Hey Pickle, I gotta figure out what's going on, man. I'm not getting the notifications for when y'all do the
Spaces.
Yeah, man.
On Spaces, when I start a space, it'll. So far as that I know of, if you're following me, you'll see it.
Yeah, I'm following because
maybe.
It used to tell me shit like Cody is speaking in spaces right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not getting any type of, so I got to figure out what was because I'm following all of y'all.
Okay.
I'm making a point to try to send it to you whenever they go live. I'll send it to you.
Appreciate that, brother. Last but not least, all you ladies out here that's doing that high heel shit on these weights, don't get fucked up. Hey, look, don't just play the successful video. Show you falling down and breaking your ass out here, bro. You better cut that shit out.
Cracking them ankles in half.
Motherfuckers out here standing on some weights.
Yeah, man. All right, Twan, I appreciate you, brother. Next
Appreciate
up,
you, bro.
my man, Cole, my brother. Always a wonderful free for all with you, bro. Give me your final thoughts for today's Friday free for all.
Cody, we're getting closer to the season. I can hear the excitement in everybody's voices. The tempo's starting to pick up a little bit, man. I'm so excited for the season coming up. We're 1 week closer, and we're 1 week closer to me being in Charlotte next week for FanFest. I'm ready. Keep pounding. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, keep pounding, my brother. Last but certainly not least, my man, my friend, my A1 Day 1 Panther Pickle. Give me your final thoughts for the free for all, bro.
Hey, yo, Pop, hit me up, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yo, I just want to win. I really.
I want to win.
I want to win. I want to go to the playoffs. I don't care. I don't care how many yards Chuba has. Truthfully, I don't care who has 1,000 yards. Well, that's a lie. I still want to get T-Mac to 1,000 yards just so Red Swarm loses that bet. But, I just want to win. I don't really care if anybody gets Rookie of the Year and all that. I'm to a point, I don't care about the awards. MVP to me is a useless award. That's me. That's strictly me. An MVP without a ring means you just had a good year.
We want some Lombardi trophies.
It's just it. I just want to win. And, and what I said earlier about Bryce Young was a lie because I just messed with G-Baby. G-Baby been on my ass on Twitter, and I'm trying to fire back at his ass. Cole knows that.
Absolutely. I enjoy it every time.
Hey, man, this has been another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All. I have been your host, Cody Lashman.
Oh, Cody, real quick before you end it, Cody, let me say one more thing, Cody. I'm sorry to interrupt you real quick.
Go ahead, man.
But R.I.P. Hulk Hogan, man. Man, a lot of liberals been, disrespecting the great Hulk Hogan or whatever, but I really don't like the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, like if you don't like somebody, you don't have to disrespect them. Like, especially disrespecting the dead, you know. But R.I.P. Hulk Hogan, man, brother.
My earliest memory of wrestling involves Hulk Hogan. And fun fact, see, dog, when I was a kid, I went to see Bill Goldberg versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan when he was in the WCW in the Georgia Dome. I was there in person when that happened. So, yeah, that was a cool
That's a
moment.
cool ass fact to me, Cody.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, damn, boy, that's goddamn great. That's goddamn. Hey, that's dope as fuck.
That was the perfect era for
yeah,
wrestling.
boy.
There live
No, it wasn't.
when he was the when it was with the NWO.
When he was with the NWO, the NWO killed professional wrestling.
Well, that's a conversation for another night.
No.
That's my
R.I.P. the whole
That whole era was lit, man.
Listen, I
didn't
appreciate
like
y'all
the
boys. Tune in this next Tuesday night for another edition of the C3 Panthers Podcast with me, Tony, and CK. Like I said, my name is Cody Lashley. I have been your host. Until next time, Panther Nation, C3 Legion, keep pound.
Keep
pound.